Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
And breathe. The bleeding has stopped. The pain is easing. Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0. Liverpool have won a game. Sorry, 1. Liverpool have won a game in the Premier League at Anfield. We have won a game at Anfield. Did y'all hear me? I said we won a game at Anfield. Guys,
bro,
hard-fought victory.
I'm not gonna lie.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not only is that a big goal for him and the club, that is a big goal for football. That is a big goal for football.
Massive.
VAR, you have been absolutely atrocious to us this season. Tried to do another madness. No, I'm not going to say VAR. I'm going to say the people behind VAR. Character today. That's what we showed today. Character. Matt Drift, talk to me. How are we feeling?
Bro, I'm going to be real. I was sweating. Like, I wasn't too sure I was going to get this victory in it. I weren't sure. I really wasn't. But you see, when my man Trent just came out of nowhere and doubled the thing, brother,
What a finish.
Come on! Bro, we needed this so bad. So bad. Listen, we'll get onto the game and all that. It was too tense. Man couldn't take it.
I'm going to nickname him Greyhound because that was a whip it into the bottom corner.
Bro, Trent.
You know what it made me think, you lot? Made me think we should buy a right back. Yeah. And then use Trent as the auxiliary left back. So whenever Robertson's not playing, play inverted wing backs and Trent can do that all game.
No, I'm not going that. I'm not going that deep.
No, but you know what the
game
is? No, but let's keep it real. Because Trent's left foot is as good as his right foot, he could probably play left back, to be honest.
No, it's different, man. It's different.
No. I think Trent.
His left isn't as good as his right either. His left is. His left is excellent. His left is very good, but yeah, I know, Drew. That's a stretch.
I think he could be whipping those crosses in or coming inside and taking shots if he's playing left back. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just saying, bro.
Shaq said glad Southgate came to watch Trent live. He got to see him in 4K. And do you know what? As I said before, if he doesn't take Trent, it's on him, innit? He's gonna have blood on his hands, not us. Nick says Bobby was excellent today, in my opinion. We are going to get a player rating shortly. N1 the kid, Bobby was silky today. Don't know why he was subbed. We're going to get into all of that. I'm so happy we won that. Joe's being realistic. Would you take Watkins as your next number 9? Not for me. Not as a starter. Drift?
No, he's not good enough. Decent, definitely a decent striker, but not for Liverpool. No.
Yafu, Trent bailed out Klopp. Firmino should have stayed on. P. Al says, sorry for being negative, but Mane shot at the end.
That is being negative. If you this is what I'm saying. No, I don't even want to seem like I'm targeting that guy who just left that super chat in particular, but I've even seen it in the comments. Yeah, he should have scored that and it was a miss. But we just won the game in the last 5 minutes of the game, guys. You can't have an agenda of already looking to attack Mane. Just be happy we won the game and let's just leave all those little bits and bobs to like down the line where you're just addressing a few bits. Don't be like straight out the gate, Mane flopped. It's like, guys, we won the game, man. Like,
I don't think that's attacking Mane per se.
To bring up a chance Mane missed when we won the game and the miss didn't cost us the game, it's like you're deliberately picking them out. There's no need for that, in my opinion. If we lost the game, I would understand that moment because you're like, that's where you could have won the game or equalized or whatever. But when you've won the game, that becomes small talk you do later. Let's not make that the first thing everybody just jumps on. Mane, you can't believe you missed. Like, come on, man.
Selection says we played well, just not being clinical once again. Facts. So guys, obviously I don't know if you guys all tuned in, but we do the pre-match and the halftime show on Instagram, and that's what I was saying. And obviously I'll get into this more as we speak about player ratings and stuff, but I think a lot of the onus goes onto our defense that people blame. I don't think the blame should be laid at our defense anymore. It's got to be laid at our midfield and our attack, and I'll explain why later on in the show. Musa LFC 21. Nah, Drifty, we get on Salah for that after wins. We do, to be fair. We have Drift. We've been on here and we've
maybe later down the line where you're just talking pleasantries. But not straight out the gate. Like, I'm seeing people in the comments straight out the gate attacking Mane, and it's like, be happy you won. Don't come in looking for, like, don't just start being angry at man. You should be more happy you won.
No, Drift, to be honest, we have been on this stream where we've won games and Salah might have missed or Bobby might have missed, and that is one of the first things we say, I'm not going to lie. We do, bro. We do.
Not if we won the game in the last 5 minutes and you should be gassed about the victory.
We have, bro. We have. We have done it. We have. Like we've done it. We've done it with Mane. Sorry, with Salah.
Straight out of a winning goal in the last minute and been looking for the negatives. I've never done that.
No, we have, bro. I'm not saying this is looking for negatives, but we have. We've come on here. Like I think it was even a Champions League game where we beat Midtjylland and Bobby missed a clean chance, and the first thing we all said was good win, but how did Bobby miss that? So we have done it. We have done it. Brother Samson said that win was huge, absolutely huge. Mane looked busted. 3 years maybe catching up on him. We'll speak about Mane just like we'll speak about all the players later in the show. Musa LFC 21. Anyways, happy birthday to Sadio, Big 29. Also, happy birthday in advance to Dave's LFC chat. Dave's joined us for the preview show, so going to drop the beat for Dave. I'm going to drop the beat for Mane right now. Happy birthday to them both. So, play ratings. Let's get into play ratings first, and then we'll talk about some of the talking points such as VAR and the disallowed goal. Salah's missed in the first half. Wijnaldum's performance, Firmino's performance, Mane's cameo when he came on as well, and Thiago's cameo as well. I think those are the main talking points. Alisson's mistake as well, we'll speak about. So a few talking points, but we're going to do player ratings first. Tete Q says, so I'm guessing someone is bringing up Salah's missing the first half. Come on with that. Mane negativity is long now. Yeah, we are going to speak about Salah. And again, if you didn't catch us on the Instagram at halftime, that was the first thing I mentioned. Selection. Mane should have finished that just so the GD with Chelsea is in our favour. Yeah, the 3 points were the most important thing today. Like, Mane, for me, I was more upset that Mane didn't square that. But again, we'll get into that.
In that position, I think having a shot or passing are the same. I don't think anyone could say it's greedy to shoot from there. But when
it's 3-on-1, I think it is.
No, he should have scored it. He should have scored it. That's what the real problem is. But that wasn't greedy to shoot from there. He was right in front of the goal.
Mane?
It's kind of to the right. I think he should have passed it. We'll get onto that. We'll do player ratings.
The form, he should have passed it. But I don't think that was selfish to shoot from there.
Drifty Black, Mr. Clean, Fab, Thiago, Mo, Bobby, Jones, Jota, 4-2-3-1 versus Madrid. I don't want to see Mane on the starting 11 for the rest of the season. Edwards says, should start phasing Genie out. I don't know whether his head's gone or he's tired, but he's offering absolutely nothing at the moment. 3 points is huge. All right, let's get into it then.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper, Alisson, indifferent game. What are we giving him as a rating?
By Ali standards, Cal, he should be doing better with that goal that he conceded. I'm gonna be real. Have to keep it $150, bro. Love Ali. Don't know whether it's because he got rid of the tash, but he needs to grow back that beard from when we first signed him and go back to the original Ali. For me, he gets a 5.
Okay, so I'm going to offer a little bit of a rebuttal there. Barring the one mistake, would you not say he had a good game?
Here's the thing. You are 100% right, because when that Phillips gave him that hospital pass, I was like, what are you trying to do?
Yelled us out.
Yeah, but again, we can only... Here's the thing. When you're a goalkeeper or a defender, if you make, mistakes like that, they can be costly. Luckily, tonight it wasn't. So maybe I'll bump it up to a 5.5. But again, some of his kicking, there's one where he's under no pressure towards the end of the game and he just kicked it straight off the pitch. I was like, what's going on, Ali? But again, I'm going to give him a 5.5. Again, it was only one bad mistake because, it went straight at him and then the ball just went under. I don't know what he even tried to do. He got caught between trying to use his feet and trying to use his hands, innit? So, might have to keep it real, bro. 5.5 for me, bro. 5.5. Bump it up. We won the game, 5.5.
I think I'm going 6.5 for Ali. I get what you're saying, but I think, and it was a huge mistake. But at the same time, and it's what I'm trying to, maybe I've got a bit of an agenda at the moment when it comes to midfield attack and defense and weighing out how things are. And again, this is not even about Salah per se, but Salah missed a gilt-edged chance in the first half, right?
That's true. That's
a mistake. I don't think any of us are going to be sitting here saying Salah only gets a 5 or a 6 for his performance overall, though. So should we not have the same energy towards Ali? Because again, barring that one mistake, for me, he did pretty much everything else right. So are we putting too much onus on that mistake? Again, I'm just throwing up ideas and just throwing.
It's a different world when you're a goalkeeper, Cal. Because if we don't get the goals and we lose that game 1-0, the actual mistake lost you the match. Missing a shot.
I could argue
missing the chance doesn't effectively lose you the game because that football is about missing chances. If you get what I mean. But you can't say football
is that not just a narrative?
Having a blunder.
Because I could argue that
if Salah is about missing chances.
No, you're right. But here's the thing, though.
If Salah finishes that chance in the first half, we go 1-0 up. We're not playing on.
No, I get the logic behind that as well. But I definitely think there's a massive difference between a forward player missing a shot and a goalkeeper making an absolute blunder.
Of course, it's more detrimental, so to speak.
In terms of whether you let them off for it or not, I mean. Do you get what I mean? Because when a goalie, unfortunately, that's the problem of being in that position. You can't make a mistake. It's the only position on the pitch where there's nobody left behind you. Your mistake means everything. Like there's no, do you know what I mean? Like
there's no.
That's why it's the hazard of being a goalkeeper, isn't it?
Here's the thing. Salah missed that chance. Let's say we didn't win the game today. We'll look back at two things: Ali's mistake for costing us a goal, and Salah's mistake for not scoring a goal. But the nature of the beast is this, though. Unfortunately, when you're on goal, it's more detrimental when you make that mistake compared to when you're a striker or an attacker, so to speak. So when Ali makes that mistake, you automatically go down, right? When Salah doesn't score, you just don't score. You should have scored, but you don't score. You don't go down. And that's why it's more detrimental. It's unfair, but that's how it is, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm going to give Ali a 6.5. I thought he was...
Fair enough.
I'm just solid.
5.5. Yeah, fair enough. I get why, though.
What are you saying for Ali?
I'll just go right in the middle of you lot to just keep peace.
N1, the kid said if that was Salah, Mane would have cried, to be fair. We'll get on to the forward players. So
people love making this Mane versus Salah thing, innit? Bloody hell. Getting boring now, guys.
No, but I think that is a fair point. Like,
I've seen them actually hugging and happy with each other recently. I think this Mane versus Salah thing, it's the fans making this.
Just he's speaking about that chance at the end where if Salah was through and didn't square it to him, he would have been upset about it. In the same way, I think Salah was upset that he didn't square it to him. I think it's football. I'm not saying they'd have a beef.
It was Jota that was the player running with him. Was it
Jota was wide left, wasn't it?
Salah and Jota were both there with him.
You know, I didn't even notice Salah was there. I thought it was Jota.
I saw Jota, to be fair. I
saw Jota. I
maybe
didn't
Salah
even know
was.
Salah
Where was
there.
Salah actually, Cal? Was he?
Salah, so Mane was running on the right. Salah was in the middle, and Jota was
on the left. Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't see.
But then Salah was still not the person he should have passed to. It would have been Jota who we should have passed to then.
But either one, you still pass.
Either or. To be fair, either or.
Right back, Trent.
Talk about my right back. Listen, do you know why I had to come on screen, people? Trent called me. Speaking to Trent, do you know what Trent said to me? I won't even try to discuss action because I will fail horribly, yeah? But this is what Trent said to me. He just said, yo, brother.
Sorry, I'm going to cut you really quick, Matt.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to say this once and once only. You might not agree with what me, Matt, are just saying individually. Don't be abusive or else you're going to be gone. Like, it's as simple as that. Only going to say it once and I'm going to leave it there. You know who you are. Be careful how you speak online because you wouldn't speak like that in person. Be mindful. That's all I'm going to say. And we'll leave it there. I'm not even going to highlight that person.
For real. And because of that person, you maybe lose some track of what I was going to say. Well, let was at this.
You have to put man in a timeout like a 3-year-old.
Yeah, bro.
I just say block. Like, it's not doing the whole timeout thing anymore. We're all adults on here, innit? Like,
yeah, fair enough.
Just get blocked. Like, I'm not being. All right, put it this way. Sorry to cut you again, Matt. Drifty, if I came up to you on the street and I just started effing and blinding at you, are you gonna say, give him 5 minutes to cool down? You're not, are you? There we go. Same applies here. You lot know now. You're going to be abusive, you're gone. There's no timeouts. There's no, you might come back in. You're done. You're gone. See you later.
Done out here, bro. All right. So before that edict tried to spoil the party, yeah. I'll say this, yeah. Again, it's kind of messed up the whole team. But anyway, spoke to Trent. Trent said to me, listen, Matt, can you believe Southgate? I was like, brother, I fully understand. He was like, bro, they were going to try and put Kieran Trippier on the plane rather than me. I said, listen, yo, man, I have to show them what I can do. I said, brother, you see that strike right there? What, you think Kieran Trippier is doing that? He just said, listen, wait till Madrid, innit? Let's see what happens against Madrid. Let me say this right now to all the people that say Trent can't do this, Trent can't do that. A little reminder what our right back can do. Yeah, our special playmaking right back. We all know he's not the best defensively. Yeah, that's his fact, innit? Neither was Marcelo in his heyday. Prime Marcelo was never the greatest defender, but he got better with age. He got better to the point where in big games, they weren't considering dropping Marcelo. Trent Alexander-Arnold is 21, 22 years of age. He's going to get better. He just showed the world, listen, when things get real tough and real sticky, I'm going to show you, man, what I can do. That's our right back. Our right back is showing some of our strikers how to finish. And again, it's not from a defensive point. I'm just talking about being a baller personified. That is our right back. I don't care what anyone says.
But this is the
back
reason
here
why...
in Trippier and Wan-Bissaka, them man that want to chase the ball like it's a dog going after a bone. Fuck all of that. I ain't got time for that.
This is This is the reason why I always know that it's a little bit kind of like of a Liverpool hating thing when it comes to the Trent argument, because most of the right backs in the world who have been amazing, or even just fullbacks, even if you want to count whether you're playing left or right, if you're a fullback, you take Ashley Cole, Maldini, and Zanetti, for example. I think they're anomalies of players who were great going forward, but absolutely spectacular.
They were fully complete.
And it gave them that all-round game, like what we get from Robertson. Great forward play, great defensive play. You get that all-roundness. But when you talk about fullbacks like the best in the world, even though those guys will be right at the top, then you bring in, Cafu was good defensively. Maybe not as good as Oza, but he was good. So maybe he sits in the middle. But then when you've got like the Roberto Carlos and the Marcelos and the Alves and all those other guys, they were way better at attacking than they were defending. But no one ever went, he's a crap defender though, so that makes him shit. Like nobody ever said that. There was never an argument.
Appreciating it. It's like sometimes
you just appreciate what he's good at. But because it's
True.
Trent and he's a Liverpool player, and by the time he's 21, he won everything there was in world football to win, everyone who's outside has got to be a hater and just find the reason to jump on his back. Where he can't defend, he can't do this, he can't do that. Where it's like, let's just say he can't defend, which is bullshit anyway. But let's just say he can't defend. He's so good going forward. Can't you just appreciate what he does instead of looking for reasons to put him down? Like, I've never understood why Trent has got so many haters. It must be because he's young, he's scout, and by the age of 21, he won everything that they wish they could have.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Listen, before we move on quickly, I just want to say this as well. Danny Alves, for me, one of the best right backs of his generation, yeah? Defensively, he got better as he got older. He just got better, yeah? He started off just being an attacking wing back. Then man changed to a right back, and at Barcelona, he got better and better and better, yeah? I'm not trying to say Trent's going to do the exact same way, but when you play more games, when you get experience, there's always room for improvement. And people appreciate Danny Alves. Here's another one I've got for you. Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard came into the game as a CM, right? As a CM. Frank Lampard then became a goal-scoring midfielder. Dare I say it, close to a 10. He was close to a 10/CM. No one ever talked about his defensive capabilities, you know. You want to know why? Because he was banging in goals. Because if you deep it, people, and this is for your Liverpool fan base, who was the better overall midfielder? Steven Gerrard, because he could do it better, in my opinion, in all areas than Frank Lampard. But here's the joke. People were trying to put Lampard into the conversation because he could score more goals. Want to know why? They just ignored the deficiencies of him defensively. And that's not saying he was bad at defending for a midfielder, but his defensive output was nowhere near as his attacking output. And I'll leave it there, man.
Facts. Before we get drift and myself, do smash the like, people. There's over 1,000 of you here in the chat. Smash that like, people. Smash that like. Right. I'm gonna give Trent an 8.5 tonight. I do think there was a few times where, and we've spoken about this a few times, sometimes his passing can be lazy because he knows he's so good at passing. Instead of doing things more, he just tries to bail himself out by playing a long pass, when sometimes he could play it short, do a 1-2, and then progress to play that way. But the goal, just overall today, like Trezeguet dealt with Trezeguet very well, in my opinion. He was defensively really good today.
You know what? Shout out Trezeguet. I felt really bad for him, you know.
What happened to him exactly? I just saw it innocuous.
It looks like he jarred his knee. But the thing is,
very innocuous.
Those innocuous ones are the ones where you find out you're out for 6 months. You know, I felt bad for him. If you saw the way he was crying, that's a man who knows this don't feel right. I might be done here. You know what I mean? I felt bad for him still. I did.
For real.
Yeah, but 8.5 for me. Drift, what you giving Trent?
Yeah, 9.
For me, listen, I love Trent. People are gonna say I'm biased,
like the Chelsea free kick. Do you remember last year?
Yeah.
He whipped it and I love when it lands in the net and you hear. I love that bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, listen, he's my right back here. I don't care what anyone says. Best right back, from an attacking perspective.
But you know what? Let them all say Reece James is better and all this kind. Let them.
No. I'm gonna be real. Listen, you guys know, like, I'm biased towards Trent, innit? Like, I don't care. For me, Trent gets a 9.5, innit? I don't care. We won the game. We stopped the bleeding. Yes, I'm going overboard. Yes, I kind of feel like he don't. Yes, I feel like he doesn't really get a 9.5. But when you score the winning goal and you stop the bleeding, and you keep us to within touching distance of potentially getting top 4. Listen, that's our right back, bro. And you know another reason why I want to give him a 9.5? Think of the pressure he was under, Cal, from the Real Madrid game, where people were sticking it on him, saying,
is it fair for us to just bump him up because of outside factors?
No, but you're playing with a lot of pressure then. You're playing with a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure that maybe is unwanted, or maybe it is wanted. But he had a bad game against Real Madrid. Listen, I know 9.5 is going deep. This is just my personal rating.
But it's your personal, No. Don't change that.
I'm not changing. I'm just going to say, man like Matt, as an individual, my rating for Trent is a 9.5. But for the channel, where we have to break it down fully, it's an 8.5. It's an 8.5. Because He wasn't perfect. As you said, Cal, some of his passing was a little bit off. But just for me, listen, Trent answered that call, man. I'm sorry, he did. Southgate can't talk to me, bro. He can't, man.
All right. Centre back, Phillips.
Seven. I think he was about a 7. I think he had a good game. Here's the thing, Cal. When we conceded the goal, I said it was more Kabak than Phillips, and I'll stand by that. And that's not taking away anything from Kabak, but I don't know. Phillips had a solid game for me. Did Ollie Watkins really, really test him? It was only a couple of times towards the end of the game where I saw Ross Barkley being played very far forward. Looked like he was going to get in a few times, but luckily took the heavier touch. But again, that was more on Kabak's side again. I'm giving Phillips a 7. I think he was sturdy. He went about his business the right way. And there was nothing more he could have done personally for the goal. I don't think so. I'll give him a 6.5, 7, but I'm going to go 7 because we won the game, man.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7.5. What about yourself, Drift?
6.5. The only thing that worries me a little bit about Phillips in the Premier League is because he's good at heading. I've noticed sometimes he's getting a little overzealous with the headering.
Yeah.
He's getting a little overzealous, but maybe because it's his best attribute, isn't it? So like
Drift, when you say overzealous, dare I say aggressive, who does he remind you of?
Don't know.
Oh boy, I like that one too. Let's move on to Kabak.
What we call him, Dejan. It's a Dejan love run.
Yeah, it does.
Bro,
Kabak,
it's something about Kabak. Yeah, something about yeah. Anyway,
go on, Matt.
What we're talking about Kabak. I mean, first of all, I did tell you that Klopp is probably going to start being a bit paranoid and wanting Fabinho to play in defence.
You did, yeah.
And he keeps on pulling Kabak out of the 2. And I'm kind of a bit confused about that because you would have thought maybe Phillips would have been the one he'd have the least faith in.
I don't think so. I think it's the case of the balance, isn't it? Kabak's our ball playing centre back. Phillips is the battering ram. So if you take off Phillips, you just got 2 ball playing. Why can't I speak? 2 ball playing centre back, and no one's really aggressive in the air or physical like that at the back.
Agreed. Phillips is the most like when it comes to being dominant in the air. Phillips is serious though, but even he's got that kind of. Any ball in the air he has to go for, and Kabak on the other side is anything going. Actually, then again, let me take it. We'll get on to Kabak. So I don't want to.
But let me.
We're on Kabak. We're on Kabak now. We're on Kabak now.
No, but the reason why I'm saying it is because even though what you lot are saying makes sense, I still think it should also be based on what your performance is like. And Kabak has probably played better than Phillips in the games. He's the one who's being pulled.
Not today, I don't think. In against Real Madrid, not today.
Yeah, today I'd say Phillips had the better game.
I guess so. But I'm still just, and I know is that the trend now?
Because here's
and put Fabinho back there.
Here's Kabak as well, guys. I don't know if you saw, but maybe the first 10 minutes, Kabak made 2 strange errors. One where I think he drove on the ball, but then played it out, but he tried to play to Trent, and I think the ball either went to the opposition or went out. I'm trying to remember. And I was just a bit like, what's going on with Kabak? And again, where we conceded the goal, he was a little bit slow to react. He was for me. And even, I don't know if you guys remember, but at the beginning of the game as well, there was a ball played over the top. And Kabak was running with, I think it was McGinn. And Kabak took kind of long to get there. And he does that whole choo-choo train thing where he's running. And I was like, brother, if anything, maybe he overthought maybe the ball's going to go off and he tried to assess it, but I don't know, man. For me, Kabak, he gets a 6.5. I think Phillips was the better out of the 2 today, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Kabak
for me, yes, 7 for me. I think I gave Nat 7.5, 7 for
Okay. Yeah, I'm giving them a half in between the 2 then.
What about yourself, Drift? I think you gave Nat a 6.5, didn't you?
Yeah, so I'll just continue the trend and then give Kabak a 6. Then.
Cool. Robbo at left back.
Do you know what? With Robbo, some of his crossing, not even that actually.
He's over-hitting or under-hitting crosses now.
Yeah, it's a bit inconsistent.
You want to know what, though, yeah? In my opinion, I don't think it's
probably 6, you know.
If you go through our team and you look at all the players this season that have underperformed compared to their usual standard, the 3 that come to mind the most are Robbo and Mane for the entire season, or the majority of the season, and probably in the last maybe 5 or 6 games, give or take, Wijnaldum has slowly become a part of that conversation. Who are the most rinsed players in our team, though, bar maybe Mo and Firmino, who is another one, actually, who's been under criticism for a long time, Firmino. I think they're the players that have just been ran into the ground, if I'm being honest with you.
Am I the only one who didn't think Robbo had a bad game today, then? I actually thought he played well.
No, but I didn't think he didn't have a bad game. No.
I actually thought he played really well.
Would you say he was out for a while, though? Has he?
Let me ask you this.
I think since
the defenders, Cal. So it's cut you out of defenders. Would you say he was? That's how I'm seeing it.
Well, Trent got the highest rating for me, but Trent got 8.5 for me. I gave Robbo an 8. Nothing came down his side. No danger came down his side from what I can remember. I thought he marshaled the left-hand side well. I think there were times where he should have been put through and the pass was incorrect to him. So his timing of his runs are good. I think it was his cross that pretty much set up the first goal after there was a deflection to Salah, but his cross put up the first goal.
Yeah,
I thought he was really good. But barring the goal, I mean, him and Trent for me kind of played the same.
But don't you feel like in general, I'm not even just talking about this game, I'm talking about in general, I think those are the players who are playing way below their usual standards this season.
So here's the thing with Robbo. Up until January, I thought Robbo was the player of our season. And then I think he went through, again, I wouldn't even know if he went through poor. His levels just dropped now, bro. Before January, he was brilliant, bro. Like
I would say,
I remember every game
we
come on here, we were like, Robbo's been an 8, Robbo's been a 9, Robbo's been a 9.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even remember that far back, if I'm being honest.
No,
I think Fabinho was rivaling him, Cal. In my
he was Fabinho, to be honest. Yeah.
But Robbo was in with a shot. He's so consistent.
Yeah, it was them
so
two.
Consistent. Yeah. So consistent.
Yeah, so what are you man giving Robbo then?
I'm gonna you're right. Robbo maybe gets a 7. I think 6.5 or 6 is too low. You know, when
I'll give him.
I'll give Robbo a 7. I'll give Robbo a 7.
I think this. I was just about to ask this. I think this is a great question. I hope I haven't lost it. So Sir Charlie O says, "Our crossing is easy to defend against." I think it is. I think goalkeepers are recognizing it as well now, and they're just coming for the ball. They're kind of shutting it down now. I think
I think that's got a lot more to do with we don't have the aerial presence of a Harry Kane or somebody like that.
I think it's to do with the forwards not making
or a Haaland. I'm pushing Haaland.
The alien.
Hard.
No, but you're right. If Haaland or Kane were waiting for the cross, the goalie would be petrified to come and miss it. But because all of our strikers are short, they know they can pretty much out catch or out jump them all. Do you get what I mean?
Sorry, Jeff, what striker did you just say?
Harry Kane.
Wow, obviously, you guys have seen the headlines, and obviously it's breaking news on Sky Sports. I want to leave if I don't get Champions League football. Jose knows how I feel about it. Unlike Salah, I'm just going to say our age, really. If I don't get Champions League, I'm not in it. I love Sonny. I love Jose. I love Delhi. Bless up Delhi. You might go see him next season, but bless him up. Love the team. Again, playing with Salah and Mane and Jota is just different. It's just different. But I've got to think about England first. They put me on these interviews on the spot sometimes. You know what I mean, Cal? You just got to say what comes to your head, and it is what it is, mate. Love Spurs. Love Daniel Levy. Shout out Daniel Levy, but get me out of there.
Get me out.
Oh, Harry Kane, you know.
Well, I'm Harry Kane. Get me out of here. Is that what you're saying?
Bro,
Literally.
listen, it's so mad. Do you know what? Just to quickly as well, I thought, dare I say it, is this Kane's camp like leaking stuff? Because I find it kind of mad that the weekend you're playing Man United, it all comes out like kind of officially you won out if you don't make Champions League. When I think deep down, any football fan will kind of tell you, yeah, if Kane don't get Champions League, you might go. But the fact that it comes out into papers and I felt to myself, do you know what? He's trying his hardest to get out without saying it, like officially. Like if you caught man on the spot, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next player, Fabinho. Oh, Flacco.
I thought he played well, actually, to be fair. I did. I really did. I'm going to give Fabinho a 7. I felt like he done his job. He broke the lines when needed to. Dare I say it, there were times when he was the most creative out of Wijnaldum and Milner. And again, he's got it in his locker. I've always said that, you know. It's so mad that we have a DM.
He's more creative, though, Matt. That's not. Yeah. I think that's the factual that he's more creative.
But here's the thing. No, you're right. But when your DM is your most creative, in terms of when you've got other players at your disposal, it says a lot, really. It does say a lot, and they all play.
Alonso was our most creative, and he was one of our furthest players back. I don't think it's that unheard of in modern football.
No, you're right.
More creative than Gerrard, Drift.
No, but he was one of our most creative players, and he was the one who sat almost
deep line playmaker. So, here's the thing, because if I said to you,
I don't think it's unheard of, to be honest.
No, but it's unheard of when you're playing, in my opinion. Like we're playing a 3-man midfield, right? And Fabinho's the most creative. What I'm trying to say is it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be. He is.
That's what I think.
It shouldn't. That's like, bro. Because before the game, Jeff, we were saying like how that midfield. Where's the creativity coming from? Like how are we supposed to break down Aston Villa when you're playing Milner and Wijnaldum and Fabinho?
But we all know that the 2 8s in our team are played to be the engine. It's always been that way, and it always will be that way.
Yeah.
For real.
So I'm going to give Fab a 7.5.
I'm giving him a 7.
As well.
This is a hard one. Genie Wijnaldum.
Oh, no.
Another guy who's been ran into the ground, man. Another guy who's
Genie looking tired,
do you want to know what worries me as well? When you look at his first, say, 20, 25 games compared to his last, like 5 or 6 games, I would almost be a little bit inclined to kind of think that's a man who's also thinking about next season now. At the beginning, you get on with it, you just do your job, you power through, you're just a professional. When you're coming to the final furlong and you've got to think about making sure that you're fit for whatever transfer you're going to try and get in the summer, there is a part of me that feels like you also do have to take into consideration he's only a human being. And I think if you go over, if you look at the career of most players who were on a free that year, they don't perform that well towards the end of that contract because they're all already thinking about the move. It's human nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
For me, Genie gets a 4.5. I just think he was bad today.
On just today's performance alone, not his legacy and what he left behind Liverpool, he was poor, you know, bro. He was poor. Like
today, he proper peed me off.
Bro, do you want to know what got me a bit annoying about Genie? There was one point where we was attacking and Genie was in that inside right channel. And instead of even thinking to take the man on, man waited for Trent's overlap just to go and play it back. So you waited for an option just to pick the most non-attacking option available. What? Yeah, for me, Genie gets like he gets a 4.5. 4.5.
Yeah, it was just frustrating. Like, you was watching him today, and everything was backwards, pretty much.
Is it me or is it forward. Like you see Genie Wijnaldum? So let's cut you, bro. But you see Genie Wijnaldum. You see when you think about when he came off the bench and he got 2 goals, and you think of this Genie Wijnaldum, where not every game he's going to score goals, but just even like even like Drift, you love the part against Man United. Was it last season where he nutmegged Maguire? See, like when Genie's on it, he's on it. But I don't know what it is. I don't know whether there's something. Well, whether there's something, but obviously behind the scenes with that whole contract thing has just made him kind of feel like I'm still gonna play. I love the club, but it's more like you don't realize, but you're playing within yourself. I don't know whether he's going through the motions right now. You know.
I think out of the midfielders, Genie's been the one that I think Klopp has tried to replace the most times since he's been here. Because if you look at Ox was playing ahead of Genie. Then Kate was meant to be brought in to play again ahead of Genie. And it's just never happened because them two can't stay fit or consistent enough. And Genie's always been the one who's been available and consistent. I just think it's starting to catch up with him a little bit now. And the way we want to play, Genie's either got to go back to how we used to be in terms of being a bit more adventurous, not to the point where he's just being stupid, but a bit more adventurous, or he's either going to be a bit part player or he's going to have to move him on.
I think everyone's just overthinking it. I think he's just having a bit of bad form or he's in his feelings because of the contract situation. Up until January, there was an argument Genie was one of our most consistent and best performers this season as well. People are so quick to turn their back on man. It's unbelievable. I don't understand it personally. It baffles me. I'm not talking about Utah. I just mean in general. It's almost trendy to have a player that you want to hate on in modern day football. Like for me, it's if you're gonna tell me that Genie's had a bad season, then you're just being deliberately like dismissive. Because up until maybe the 25th game, I don't think he performed badly at all. So people saying Genie's got a goal and all this stuff.
The thing is, if people are saying Genie's got a go, there's two ways I think we should look at it. There's either the way of you don't like him, which I think is an unfair evaluation of someone. If people are saying Genie's got to go because we want to evolve the system, I think that's a fair argument to have, Drew. We may not agree with it. I think it's a fair argument to have.
Well, first of all, they're not going to be diplomatic like that. They're just like, he's shit, get rid of him.
No, you can't just label everyone like that, Drew. Not everyone's like that.
Bro, most people who I speak to or I see the comments when they're talking about Genie, they're like, oh, he's crap. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't bring, and it's just like, all right, cool. All right.
No, some people say that, but there are, like, I'm looking at the chat now. It's like, it's split. Some are saying they just don't rate Genie, and others are saying that it's a case of getting certain other players to replace him. I think it's a fair argument. Like, if you want to evolve the system, Genie might not be right for the system. He might not be right playing in a double pivot in comparison to other players who are out there or other players we have at the club. He might not be.
I'm just saying. I think it's.
I'm not saying I want him gone. By the way, I think you guys know my thoughts on Genie.
I think it's very reactionary. Genie seems to be one of those players who a lot of people like to have an agenda against as well. You notice the patterns. There's a few players at Mane, Genie, Naby, Trent, Firmino. We've got quite a few players that people seem to have this agenda. It's becoming fashionable to have an agenda against these players and like just go in hard on them. And if they don't perform to the most amazing performance, you're just straight in. Shit, not good enough. Get rid of them. It's like, raw.
But should I tell you why? Should I tell you why I think that could be? Because you see, when them lot pull out performances out of the bag, there's very few players in world football that can touch them. So when they do pull out those 9s and 10 performances, and then they go and pull out a 4 or a 5, you're like, Rob, like, was that just a purple patch or what? Like, what's your level here? I think that's what the issue is. That's what it's like for me and Firmino. Like, I'm watching Firmino and I'm like, for example, today, I thought it's quality today. Quality. But then I look at other games, I'm like, bro, you can't string a pass together. You're missing easy chances. Like, what is it? Where are you now? Like, are you a 4 out of 10 or are you a 9 out of 10? Like, why can't I get a 7 and 8 instead of like 1 week is a 9 and 1 week's a 4?
You're 100% right, Cal. But I think what the difference is out of all those players that I just named, apart from Naby, Firmino's probably been the one who's gone the longest where we've been so up and down trying to figure out what's going on with him. But if you think about Genie and Mane, people have just turned on them like that. Like I'm not like How on earth can anybody, after what they've done for the 4 or 5 years they've been there, just all of a sudden come to such a get him out of my club conclusion? I'm confused. I'm so baffled.
I think it's how people. I think it's how people phrase it.
I think they mean it. And I think if they don't mean it, you should watch how you say it, because that's how it's coming across.
No, some people just blunt with it, I think.
People's words. If you say he's done, get him out. You said.
Some people do say that, to be fair. About Mane and Genie. Like, bro, let's be real. But, some people have been saying for the last couple of weeks about Mane. He's done. It's like, what?
Yeah. All right, but I used to say that about players like Lucas. And I used to love Lucas. But I used to say, like, I think Lucas is done, I think he needs to go. But I wasn't saying it in the sense of I hate him and I never want to see him play for. It was just a case of I didn't think Lucas was good enough to take us further. I don't think it's like that with Mane. For me, it's not anyway. Like Mane still got quality, but I'm praying to God that this is bad form and fatigue for Mane and not the start of the decline. Because if it's the start of the decline, then we are in trouble. But we'll only know that this time next year. We won't know that in the summer.
For real, we won't. You're right. We won't.
So when people say get rid of him, we could get rid of him this summer. But what happens if it was just fatigue and bad form and he goes on a tear? We're going to be like, we were really reactionary. Whereas I do think Mane, out of is one of the most in the club who deserves another season. I'm not saying he should be an automatic starter next season like he is this season, but he at least deserves another season, in my opinion.
His body of work is, listen, shout out Sadio Mane because his birthday today as well. It's his birthday, innit? Big up Mane on your birthday, my bro. I'll say this. He's not having a good season. In fact, he's having a bad season, especially by his standards. But again, this season is the hardest to call because I think there's so many things that's happened this season. Whether you think it's injuries, whether you think it's loss of form, whether you think it's confidence, whether you think there's been no crowd. Obviously, there's a killer virus out there as well. COVID, obviously. Mane's had that. Some people say he's had long-term COVID. There's so many things, Cal, as to why it's hard to put your finger on as to why you think he's having a bad season. That's why, just like you, I sat down to myself and said, listen, don't try your hardest not to judge certain players this season. Because the amount of work that they put in, I think we deserve at least people that are creating the bank to give them one more season and see what they have to offer. Because there's so many things, bro, that this season, I don't want to go into, but it's just been long, innit? It's been a long year. It's been long.
It has been. All right, let's move on to our third centre midfielder, Milner. What are we giving Milner today?
7.
I'm giving him a 6, He was grafting, but
he made a lot of sloppy passes.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
again, he was just grafting, but I think Milner's there because he's James Milner sometimes, and I think because he's one of the captains, I think it kind of gives him that extra drive. Because I feel like if he wasn't captain or one of our captains for us, dare I say, I don't know whether he would even get as many games as he's getting now, even with people injured. That's just how I feel. But he's a Liverpool legend for me. But I think you can kind of tell when. Here's the thing: we're not a ruthless club, innit? But there are times when you look at it and go, "Listen, man, he's been an amazing servant." We got man in 2015 when he was 30 years old, and he didn't have to come to Liverpool, and he put up an assist record. I think it was in 17-18 season, or was it Europa? There was one.
Oh no, Champions League as well. Yeah.
In Champions League, man was doing a madness. Respect Millie all day, every day, but today he gets a 6, and I don't know what we should do with him next summer, but that's another conversation, I think.
Yeah.
Love the guy though. Brilliant.
Salah.
$8.25.
8.5 for me. The miss in the first half was criminal, but
I'll get him
an 8.
His overall game for me was very good today.
Good,
and
but
the anticipation on the finish as well. I hear you. That's why it's not a 9. That's why it's not a 9.
For me, that's why it's not getting higher than an 8. because let's be real. I know he scored the goal, and it was because again, I always feel like anticipation. He was there. He's the one to score it, and it's easy for people to go, "Well, you just got it. He was literally right there." But sometimes that person might not be there. It's his anticipation all the time because he wants goals, innit? Salah gets an 8 for me, but that chance that he missed in the first half, I mean, damn. Let me do the where's
because he's not.
Hold on, wait. You know I'm gonna do it.
You want it? I'll go ahead for you.
That one was shot on Benjamin, you know.
Yeah, that's
right
the
in man's face, innit?
That's
right in man's face. Damn.
I don't like to lean back away from you, like burst me in.
You know that one in the script, innit? That one in the script. Somebody like,
yeah.
damn.
Oh, Farouk's the man.
Salah gets an 8 though. Salah gets an 8 for me.
8.5 for me. I thought it was good today. I thought it was really good. Didn't stop. Like, he's really good today. But yeah, for me, he's got to bury that chance in the first half. But
he's not clinical. That's the only thing. It's the argument that I've been having with people. Great goal scorer, but he's not clinical.
It's a mad one. He's got 29 goals, I think, now for the season. Like, he
Something
probably
like
should break 30 for all comps. But again, you're right, Drift. He's not, okay, maybe clinical's been harsh. He's not as clinical as some of the elite. I think that's what it is. Not as the elite. Like, so in our league, Harry Kane, I would say, is clinical, one of the best. Aguero, I know about the age, but in terms of putting chances away, one of the best. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He's not on that level. That's what it is. He's just not on that level.
Yeah.
Still a great player, amazing player. Legend, bro.
Firmino.
8.5.
Yeah, the goal disallowed.
Which you will speak about that. Do you know what? With all due respect to you two, if you want to speak about it, you can. I'm done with the people behind VAR. Like, VAR is a good system.
I'm done with it.
Do you know who the guy was?
No, VAR is good. There's nothing wrong with VAR, the system.
I have it under good authority.
Controlling.
I have it under good authority. It was David Coots.
No, you're lying. It wasn't him again.
Swear to you, people in the chat, was it not David Coots? Because the information I got, it was David Coots today, bro. So when they said checking VAR, it was David Coots.
You
know
me
if I'm wrong, people, if you know.
What I don't like is
swear down to you.
Even though people are gonna blame when Liverpool tried to do that whole Super League thing, which I get why people would come for our owners for trying to do that, yeah. Man United were right there alongside us. And it doesn't seem like anyone's got a problem with them. But ever since that time, it seems like everyone's got a problem with us. It seems a little bit weird.
Right.
Like, Man United get loads of penalties and VAR decisions. And it seems like everything's starting to go against us. And it just feels a bit like, why does everyone hate us all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Right.
Some people saying it won't. No, but I don't want to. I don't. Let me not say where I got.
The referees are just poor in this country.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there. I'll leave it there. But I heard it was Coots today, and when the footage I was watching actually said David Coots is going to look at it. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, VAR is being used in all these other countries and works fine. But yeah, it's only our country that has these problems. You've got to look at the people behind VAR. VAR is a system. It's like me. Do you know what it's like? It's like me saying Microsoft Word is rubbish because I can't type.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's crazy.
It's like saying that car's crap, but you're not a good driver. Yeah, it's true.
You're right, Carl. It's not. It's about. You know what it is though? Yeah, obviously it's the personnel in it. Like
here's the thing though. VAR needs to have the thing is that the people they work for could be corrupt as well. So I guess. But there needs to be an accountability for VAR. VAR have no accountability. They can get away with making a bad call and there's nothing. They don't have to answer to anything.
Yeah. Facts.
Referees have to actually do post-game press conferences. I truly believe that they should have to do, because then you can't lie or bullshit your way through it.
Yeah.
When if you had to come in front of a camera at the end of the game and explain why Pickford wasn't sent off for possibly ending Van Dijk's career, you would have thought a lot longer about the decision you're about to make.
Yeah.
Bro, man, no, but you know what it is, you're right, Drift. And not only that, certain man won't be able to answer, and because you can't answer, you're in serious trouble. And as you said, it goes back to your original point, no accountability. So if a man can sit in a trailer, yeah, eat his donuts, yeah, and be playing PS5, and every once in now and again go look at the screen and go, oh, did I catch that? Yeah, the foul still, yeah. Nah, actually, I don't know. Did you not see it? I didn't really see it. That's how these men are carrying on. There's certain things that we can see just from watching the game. None of us are experts, yeah. I haven't got coaching badges. These lot I don't believe have coaching badges, yeah. None of us can even sit there and say, oh, well, I know by the letter of the law. But when you're a kid and you watch football, you understand football. You're just doing it. There's certain things in the game that we can all see on this channel. You look back and go, how is that not a foul? How has this happened? Like Mane, depends on the donut. Yeah, I don't know. In this country, obviously in America, they got the Dunkin' Donuts. What do we have? I don't know what donuts.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, but they're reborns from America. They're not even the real team. They're reborns from. They're not even a real team.
Do you know what?
That's not this.
We got Dunkin'. No, sorry, we got the ones from Brighton. Them ones there.
You might have seen this film. I can't remember the name of it. It's one of Anthony Mackie's newest films. It's one of Anthony Mackie's newest films on Netflix where he's a cyborg.
I've seen it. I know the one you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Anyway, point being, do you remember the argument that he's having with the guy who has to like roll with him because he roll with him. Yeah. And you know when having that conversation, and because he was the guy who just used to use the thing and kill people like in that little, it looks like you're playing computer almost.
Yeah, because he's using the drone, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's trying to tell him, you've got more kills than me, but you don't even feel like a murderer because you're just sitting there on the little control thing, and you know what I mean? Whereas I'm out in the field and I actually look man in his eyes.
Front line, man's on front line while you're sitting back on the drone.
What VAR is the one who's just controlling the drone. That's it. Do you get what I mean? Like
that's the name, Drift. Auto Carbon. I was trying to remember the name. Thank you for whoever put it up. Auto Carbon. I think that's the name. The film.
That's what it is. You're just the one who don't even realize you committed a murder because it's just like a computer game to you, and then you just go and eat lunch like it's nothing. You don't look man in his eye when you're killing him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
so being the ref on the pitch and being in the VAR, that's what it's like. At least when the ref is on the pitch, he will make mistakes and he will be dodgy, but he's got an accountability. There's going to be players looking him in his eye and saying, what the hell is that? And he's got to be like on TV. The people in the VAR, they're just hidden. They can do what they want. No one even knows what they're doing.
Bro,
like,
remember when I told you there's one caravan or whatever it is, yeah? And they do it, if I'm not mistaken, there's only like a couple of teams. It's not like a every single game. So there's not like a VAR office outside every game. There's like a certain amount.
No. Stanley Park, I think there's only about 6 people and they do every game, isn't it? Yeah.
Listen, I just think next season they need to look at VAR in general. They need to look at the people behind it. They also need to work up whether people can even use the freaking computer. Because I'm seeing some lines, even today, when you saw the line drawn by somebody, it went under one man's armpit, then it might as well have went under another man's nose crease. It was so stupid. Yeah. It was like, what? Wait a minute, that doesn't even line up. It should be both. Remember, it's about the active part of your body. It should go under both armpits for both players. It's just...
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Stupid.
Stockley part, not Stanley. So.
What are we giving Bobby then? What are we giving Bobby?
Bobby was balling still.
8.5. I thought he was very... You know,
he was.
Only thing I don't like about Firmino's overall game, just in general, I think sometimes he plays the game, because he's a silky footballer, he plays it just a little bit slower than he should because he's always thinking about being like cute and all that. And it's like, sometimes, bro, just get the ball and pass it quick, innit? Like, you don't always have to be all like, you know, sometimes he just looks like he's trying to be a bit of a ballerina. And it's like, bro, just pass it quickly. Just keep it moving. But he is a silky ass player and he played well today. He shouldn't have come on.
Yeah.
8.5 for me for Bobby as well.
Plus, his goal should have counted.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Second season in a row that's happened to me. He's had a goal disallowed against Aston Villa. But last year was at their place. This year's at Anfield. I don't know. Jota, what are we giving Jota?
He was a bit indifferent in the game, innit?
He was. Are you gonna know something? When the header came to him, I automatically thought goal, because those goals, that if that was Portugal, you know he would have scored, innit? You just know. He was so unlucky. That header, and as well, it was a clear head. Well, I say clear, but
Yeah,
the defender was
quite
slightly. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. For me, he gets a 7. I think he wasn't bad. He just wasn't amazing.
Yeah,
he wasn't amazing.
7 for me.
I think he's.
It was a weird decision for me to play Mane down the middle and leave Jota wide as well.
Very. Mane doesn't play in the middle.
Weird decision. I don't know what Klopp was doing with that whole thing, to be honest. But yeah.
Speaking of substitutes, I don't think we can really give Shaqiri a rating. He came on really late. I think that'd be harsh on him to give him a rating.
I'm going to give him a 6.5 because he played a couple of very good passes. I know he was only on the pitch for like 2 minutes, but he actually played a couple of good passes. So
big shot, you know.
Thiago. I thought Thiago did really well when he came on.
I thought he did
made
as
some
well.
very good interceptions in his passes.
He is so short but can jump so high. It's actually incredible.
It's his timing. Yeah, it's his timing.
Yeah,
it's his timing, bro.
It is, yeah.
Timing, 6. Bro.
Timing.
Listen,
I give Thiago 7.5 for that little camera.
Yeah, bro. When Thiago comes on the pitch, I just feel like we go up a little, and it's so mad because
we'll see, bro.
It's so mad that Klopp didn't think from the get-go. Maybe either play either Milner or Wijnaldum, innit, and play them alongside Thiago.
I'm struggling to think: is he protecting Thiago from like the league? Maybe because it's quite a physical league. So when it's your first season, is he like protecting him, or is he thinking, I'm just going to give you a bit of a rest because I did rinse you after your injury? Because he probably is one of the most played players after he came back.
He is.
Yeah, that is true. But I said to Cal, I was still a little bit like in the pre-game build-up. I said to Cal, I looked at it like he was dropped rather than rested. Reason I said that, because I'm the one that put out the team news, innit?
He almost scored as well, so to cut you.
Yeah.
He almost scored.
That was a bloody good save, you know.
You're telling me.
Martinez, I'm not surprised. He's quality.
Martinez is a great goalkeeper.
Arsenal dropped the bag again.
They did.
Dumbasses.
Flipping
That's why I laughed at them the other day, and look what Leno's doing now.
Bernard Leno. Listen, Thiago didn't even start.
Never been a good goalkeeper, man.
Thiago didn't start against Madrid. That's why I looked at it like he was dropped. Like, you didn't start against Madrid, you brought him on, so you didn't play a full game. So you can't use that excuse of, he played against Madrid, I'm resting him for the Madrid game, for the rematch. So I looked at it like that. I don't know, man. He's got to play more, man. In my opinion. 29 years old, bro. He's not 35 or 36.
Yeah.
He ain't James Milner. Man can play games, bro.
Yeah, I think he definitely has to start against Madrid. Obviously, we won't get into that now.
That goes without saying.
All right, the other sub was Mane.
Oh boy. Do you know what? I'll start off kindly for Mane, yeah? Where is it? I'm gonna drop the beat because it's Sadio Mane's birthday. That's the first things first. It's Sadio Mane's birthday. Shout out Sadio Mane. You're the guy, you're the legend. It's your time today, bro. Sadio Mane's birthday. However, when Mane came on, I think him playing through the middle didn't help him. The chance at the end, I really wanted him to score because I just feel like Mane's scoring could have really helped his confidence. I don't think it's dented his confidence because it wasn't big enough that it affected the game. It wasn't. But again, he just looked a bit indifferent. I don't know what it is. He didn't look like normal Mane. Dare I say, a Mane in form? No, you're right, but bro, a Mane in form either buries that or he makes a decision to pass it, and the pass is spot on and we score. We didn't do neither. It was a weak finish and the goalkeeper saved it.
This is what I want to ask you both, though, because I think there's two questions that need to be asked of Mane's form.
Mm.
The exhaustion aspect and the decision-making aspect. When we say lost pace, lost strength and stuff, that for me is down to more exhaustion. You see his decision-making and finishing, I don't think we can put that down to exhaustion anymore.
Of course,
personally.
I
don't think you can.
All goes together, bro. You lose confidence when you're not playing well. Tiredness is making you not play well. Fatigue is mental when it's physical, Cal. Why do you think fighters make mistakes in 4th and 5th round they wouldn't make in the 1st round? Like, fatigue is part of everything. If you're tired, nothing works properly. It's just a fact. And he's overthinking everything because he's in poor form. If you look at the power he put in that shot at the end, that's a tired man. He'd only been on the field.
It was like a back pass.
No, but all right, but Mane hasn't scored in the Premier since I think December. Yeah.
No, I'm sure I've seen him score since then.
He's not in the Prem since December. He hasn't.
Is it that long?
Yeah.
What was the game that him?
West Brom. West Brom was the last game you scored in. That was either December or January.
Damn. If that's the case.
Well, maybe the game.
So we can't. So surely we can't just put that down to exhaustion if that's happened since December.
He's just having a bad season in front of goal. He's having a goal.
But again, I don't think what I'm saying is not just in front of goal. Though, it's overall decision making, which is
because he's having a bad season. Remember, I just think everything. I don't even think he's been playing as badly as everyone else does.
Sorry, apologies. He scored against Spurs. He did score against Spurs. That was in January, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Must have been, yeah.
People correct me if I'm wrong by all means, but I think that was January.
Was it January?
But even still. Like,
listen,
again, for me,
this is a guy who had 1 week
January
off
28th
for Nations, and then came back.
Someone said
and had 1 week holiday. I'm just saying he's a man who looks exhausted to me. That's it. I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to say any less. And by the way, anyone who wants to say that I have an agenda, I think when your agenda is positive, it's not hurting anyone. When your agenda is negative, it's a bit different. So if anyone wants to say agenda, fair enough. I have positive agendas. I don't come in here with negative agendas. It's a totally different thing. So, you know what I mean? You stick to yours and I'll stick to mine. I just think Mane's just having a bad season by his standards. Done.
Fair enough. That leads on to my next question. Do we get someone to... This is the thing where it's difficult though with how we... Because effectively, Jota and Mane are the two players vying for that left-hand side position. But because of Firmino's form this season, Jota's had to play in the centre a lot.
Yeah.
Let's say we don't get a striker. Do we have to get 2 wide forwards? Or is that overkill? Am I overthinking it?
I think Jota was brought to cover both sides, Cal, because he can play either side. I think he was brought to cover both sides.
Yeah. But again... Ideally, this summer you want a wide player and a striker. So let's say, for example, it was Pedro Neto and Haaland, so to speak. Let's just say it was them two or Kane. Let's say it was Pedro Neto and Kane. Because Kane said he wants to come out and leave. Well, not come out and leave, but it's been well reported. He wants to come out and leave, yeah? It's 10 past 6 and OnlyFans hasn't been activated. So if we get a strike, people, these are the thoughts and only fans' opinions of Callum.
You know what? That's let me. I know we do this a lot, and we've actually got to stop doing this because it is getting a bit silly now when we know this aren't happening. If we never got a Haaland or a Kane, or because obviously they're like elite level, but let's say we did go and do like a
Neto and
for example, a lot of people saying Gomez, yeah.
Gomez, what? Gomez, which?
Gomez.
Gomez.
Yeah, from
Martinez.
What?
You mean?
No.
Who?
What's his first name again?
Gomez.
The one who plays for that one who plays in France. What's his name again?
Gomez in France.
You know. The guy who everyone's been talking about recently.
No, Drift, you've lost me, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, you lost me enough, fam.
The one, not that we want, but it's one of the names that came out in the list of who Liverpool have been looking at.
What?
Or Andre Silva.
A forward.
That's it, sir. Andre Silva. Man, I don't even know why I said that.
Man said Gomez. I don't even know how I went Andre Silva.
Yeah,
Man
sir,
was
I'm
thinking,
tired.
what?
So, say for example, that was the guy that Liverpool had scouted, and it was
Yeah. Andre Silva and
somebody
Neto.
who's considered a good player, not a great player, yeah. But like he's still a striker. If Liverpool went and got someone like him, but at the same time they bought like Neto or Raphinha as well, so it was like we were getting two positions in the forward line. So effectively, we actually had cover for all the positions. Like we had a player who can start, and we had cover. It's not what we actually want, as in what we would ask for if it was our choice. But would you be all right with it though? Would you think, all right, well at least we've covered all bases here?
I'd only be all right if we signed Neto, at least one sick centre back, along with either Konate/Kabak, and potentially a goalkeeper to replace Adrian. It would the other players would have to be so sick that I'm like, I can compromise on that.
People say apparently Silva. I don't really know much about him, but I've heard a couple of people actually really bigging him up. To be honest,
no, Silva's good. It's just that
he's having a good season. But do you want to know something as well? Correct me if I'm wrong. How many penalties has he scored this season? Has he scored a lot? Because if I'm not mistaken, from off the top of my head, he scored quite a few penalties. So people, if I'm wrong, say, Matt, now you're wrong still. But if I'm not mistaken, how many penalties has he scored this season in the league?
I'll give you one
5
extra
apparently.
for the sake of the argument.
He's got 5.
What if Liverpool actually went out and did something like bought Neto and Raphinha and then
Someone
bought
said
Silva?
7+.
Would you be all right with that?
Say that again, sorry, Drift?
no.
What if they went out and bought Neto and Raphinha and then got Silva? So we actually bought a whole new front line. Would you be all right with that?
No.
No, I would be. I'll tell you why. If you buy Neto and you buy Raphinha, 2 wing forwards, and Andre Silva is not the pinnacle striker that you want, you can kind of live with it though, because the wing forwards can hopefully get you those goals that the top boy striker you couldn't get should have been able to. So let's say, for example, I don't know, Neto was to come into the team and he got 5 to 7 goals, Raphinha got 5 to 7 or whatever, and that backup striker goes into a bit of a purple patch and he gets about 10. Is it that bad? Is it? Someone just said 6 penalties. I knew it. He scored quite a few penalties,
the only reason why I asked that, even though it's still a bit fantasy-like, is because I'm just thinking, I know how FSG work, and if they were going to outlay a big amount of money, they would want a lot of considerable assets for their money. They're not the type of person who just buys one big player. They would want that to spread out across the whole thing. So if Haaland and them lot are like 150, then I'm just thinking you spend 150, but you get multiple assets rather than just one. I could actually envisage that more realistic in how FSG move than just spending money on just one player. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they'll do. So, Carl, let me just, because again, I don't know whether you I won't say misheard, but so you wouldn't be happy with Neto, Raphinha, and Andre Silva from an attacking perspective?
The reason why I wouldn't,
because I think that's realistic. Though. Well, I say realistic.
The reason I say that, look, Raphinha and Neto, I rate them so high people won't understand. Like, people understand about Neto, but because I don't speak about Raphinha as much, people might not think I rate. Like, even when you watched him today again, like Raphinha today was bloody immense today against City. Immense.
He should have scored. He should have scored as well. Should have scored.
Yeah, but I can live with that. I can live with that because he was so sick today.
Yeah, bro.
But shall I tell you what it is? If we went and got Neto, Raphinha, and Silva, right? You've got your front 5 is Jota, Raphinha, Neto, Salah, Mane, and Silva. So you got front 6 now. Which out of those players is clinical?
None of them really.
None
And
of them.
that's my issue. That's my issue.
But as
Like,
Matt said, if they can all collectively get 10
all
goals,
chip
each,
in. They're
then
just
you
not
kind of
clinical,
make
though,
them up.
innit? Yeah.
but
They're all
that's
chipping
fine
in.
over the course of a season. But you see, when you're trying to actually win trophies, you we're moving into the game now where one shot, one kill. I'm not saying we haven't done it with Salah and Mane. We have, but we've also seen this season that we've been kind of figured out to an extent in that aspect as well.
Let me ask you this. Sergio Aguero has been injured for most of the season. Man City have scored the most goals in the Premier League. That means they've been playing Jesus, Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Ferran Torres, and Mahrez. Am I missing out?
Yeah.
Mahrez?
Yeah.
Right? Bro, they're still banging in goals. They haven't got a clinical goal scorer in that team. Aguero's the guy. But here's the joke. Because they're all doing it in little contributions, it's enough. And that's why they're still top of the standings for scoring the most goals. That's what I'm only hoping that we can do. It's not going to work out the same because we're two different teams. We play different. But you can only hope that if you've got enough great players or good players, so to speak, they can all chip in and, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that. I fully hear that. But shall I tell you what I'm going to rebuttal that with, Matt? Look at the creative forces behind those players. It's not hard for them to score as much as it would be in our system.
I hear that, but I think it's...
Like, dare I say it, you can put most players, most good level players in Man City's team with the creative engines behind them, and those players are going to score goals. Not like an Aguero, but they're still going to score goals. Even today, bro, Fernandinho's sliding passes through.
I saw.
Like, Bernardo Silva's sliding part. Like, they're just a creative juggernaut. Like, you see us in the final third of the pitch. We rush things and we make the wrong decisions. Man City don't do that, especially when Kevin De Bruyne is on the pitch. They're patient.
They play different. But to counteract that and to rebuttal that, look what Jota's done this season. And that's us being not very creative. So he's come in on a tip where last season we were scoring a lot of goals. We were Premier League champions. We're creating chances. This season is kind of dried up, but he's still got his goals. And maybe that's just because he's exceptional. And I'm not trying to say that Raphinha or Neto would even come in and do the same thing as him, really. But you can only hope that because they're playing with better players, not necessarily more creative, but better players, that they can furthermore exceed the level that they're at their parent clubs.
I hear you. For me, it would be a choice of either Neto or Raphinha. My preference is Neto, but if you said to me, you've got to take Raphinha instead, I'm not going to sit there and have a cry about it. I'll shake your hand and say, fine, that's absolutely good with me. I just want a one-shot, one-kill striker.
Yeah, difference. Harry Kane.
But one shot, one kill means you need one shot, one kill money. And I'm just thinking,
I hear you, but I'm just saying what I want. I want that striker now where we're playing rubbish for 85 minutes. The ball drops to him just in the area and he just lashes it and the keeper stands still and the rest of the team on the other opposition had a sick game. I want a Torres / Suarez / Michael Owen / Fowler. I want one of those now.
But I'm just saying, because we know how our model is, let's say that we can't go and spend 120, 130 on a Haaland, Mbappe, whatever. Why not go for those techie players? Bro, Raphinha is... you already know how I feel about Raphinha. Brazilian. His idol's Ronaldinho, yeah? And the work rate is mad. Neto, another techie player, but his athleticism is actually extraordinary. Having his best standout season this season.
You know what I like about Raphinha?
Put those in the mix.
I know this is a really childish thing to say, yeah? But what I like about Raphinha is how much he looks like a footballer.
Bruv, I said it now.
You know those guys, you know when you look at someone and they look like a footballer. I just like that he just got that it. He looks like a baller. I know that sounds really stupid because it doesn't matter what you look like.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Listen, Cal, when we was talking about Raphinha, I think when we done the verses, yeah? Who did I say he reminds me of? There's two players. What did I say he's a hybrid? Who are the two players? Can you remember?
Did you say... I can't... One of them was Coutinho, right?
No.
I can't remember. You're going to have to remind me then, bro. Sorry.
Drift, was you there? I'm trying to remember. Drift, was you there?
No, it wasn't.
No,
just me and you.
All right. He reminds
that
me...
was a one-on-one Neto versus Raphinha.
Yes. Okay. That's okay. He reminds me of Di Maria and Mahrez.
That's true, right.
He's the hybrid brother. He's that guy. You see today he was playing a bit like Mahrez, where he's just techie with it. He's just techie. Then when he wants to do the Di Maria and use a bit more like athleticism and, do you know what I mean? And the deliveries and that, I'm telling you, we need to get Raphinha, bro.
I'd be happy with Raphinha. I wouldn't
But
complain.
don't get it twisted. I'm not going to
as long as Neto don't go to another English club. Oh, speaking Neto, guys, we are looking at Neto according to Terry. Oh, I'm going to call Terry straight after this stream. I don't even care if he's live or not. I'm going to bell off his phone. I'm going to bell off Terry's phone.
I'm getting to the point where I feel like both of them are so good that I actually think if we got either or, it wouldn't be.
We could, yeah. We could.
Yeah, like honestly, like I would probably favour Neto just slightly over favouritism. But as I said, Raphinha's just got that it. Well, it's like watching him play football. I'm not going to lie. It's like watching him play football.
I don't even like saying his name because, like, I know Cage is just going to be like, yo, Matt, I've had enough. I've had enough. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to. But even today, though, like the shift he put in, like he should have, as I said before, should have scored today. But the shift he put in, the work rate this guy's got as well to go with the techers.
Yeah, I think you know what? I think because look, this is where it shows. It's all about who you've been molded by, innit? And because he's been playing for Bielsa, he gets hard work. He's bought into it. He understands it ain't just about being technical. And that would probably make it an easy transition into the Liverpool system because he wouldn't be like shocked by how hard you have to
how much.
Do you get what I mean?
So, saying that though, we've seen Jota come from Wolves and doing madness because he gets hard work because they work hard at Wolves as well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, now Neto doesn't not work hard. Yeah,
he doesn't work as hard as Raphinha though.
Yeah, like, he just doesn't work as hard.
Them Leeds players, bro. Oh my! Bro, it didn't even look like they were down to 10 men today, bro.
Do you know what it is about Leeds? When your manager sets precedent, of sitting on a touchline just squatting, you can't tell man nothing. You can't go back into the change room and be like, do you know what, boss? My hamstring. You'll be like, hamstrings? You want to talk about hamstrings?
He won't even say it. He also won't even say it. He'll just wave his translator to come forward, to whisper in his ear.
And you know what? At his age, it is extremely impressive, you know. Don't underestimate squatting for 10 minutes at that age, you know.
Bro, I'm squatting for 1 minute, bro.
I'm telling you, age, you know when you squat for that long, you know when you come up and you get that rush of blood. Oh my days.
Bro, you see Bielsa, bad man. I'm gonna be real. His calves are
like over your body,
different.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, innit?
I've got to sit down. Get me some water. Get me the bag of peas from the freezer, please.
The mixed veg.
Yeah, you know what though? I used to like doing that because when I used to work in retail, shout out everyone who knows. Obviously, Matt, you know, because we work retail together. Yeah, remember when I used to serve customers? That was what I used to do. I used to and people always used to be like, "Bro, how have you got the energy for that?" I was a young buck then, though, innit?
You deal with it still.
You just deal with it, bro. It's mad. It's mad.
I was a young buck then, man. That was back in the day when I had thighs big enough that girls used to hate it because my thighs were bigger than theirs. No, them ones.
Right. So, Villa's out of the way. Obviously, Chelsea are winning their game. Apologies if I spoiled that.
Yeah, apparently. And I don't want to talk about the scores, but they've given it away. Do you know the score from looking at them?
Chelsea's winning.
Then Palace aren't coming back, put it that way.
Brother, apparently
it's only fans. That's what it probably looks like.
It's not looking good, fam.
Yeah, but we knew that Crystal Palace. What we've got to do is we've got to hope that when Chelsea play, is it West Ham, Man City, and
all right. So I'm gonna be real. I stopped looking at fixtures because this season's so crazy.
No, but you've got to look at the fixtures where they play a team where it helps us because someone's got to drop points. That's the thing, regardless.
So I'm gonna read you the table as it stands right now. Yeah. So Man City are on 74 points. They're out. Man United are on 60 points. We're 8 points behind United. They've got a game in hand. I think Man United are safe in top 4, personally.
Yeah, I think so.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
All right. So here's where it gets tight now. Everton have got 2 games in hand on us and are 5 points behind us.
Two games in hand. Okay.
2 games in hand.
I don't know who the 2 games are.
Neither do I. Tottenham
Yeah,
have got
yeah.
one game in hand on us, and they're 3 points behind, but they've got a better goal difference.
They got Man United tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. That's one thing
All
I do
right,
know.
so this is where it
That's
starts getting techie now.
That needs to
West
be a
Ham,
draw.
West Ham have got a game in hand on us,
Yeah.
but they're on the same amount of points, and they play Leicester tomorrow, who are 4 points ahead of us.
See, so that's that's a game where somebody's got to drop points who's in the race.
So
That's what I'm
basically,
Yes.
no. So we need Man United to beat Spurs. All right, Man United we
Yeah,
kind of know
Man
are clear in
United to
second.
Yeah, that's as
But
clear
you see,
as-
Leicester versus West Ham,
that's
we need a draw, right?
we
effectively.
either need a
Theoretically?
draw. We need a draw or West Ham to lose. It's better if Leicester win, I'd say. Or stay in that.
No,
It's
Cal,
better if
because-
West Ham win, innit? Because then you drag Leicester back
fair,
in,
because
right?
it drags Leicester back into the
No, but aren't
conversation.
Leicester kind of clearing third though? If I got it wrong.
No, they're only 4 points ahead of us. With a game in hand, admittedly. But they're
But
game
are
in
they
hand
in
tomorrow.
third?
Yeah,
Are they in third?
yeah.
So where
So
are
if
Chelsea
they-
right
if they
now?
lose-
Chelsea
if they
Chelsea are
lose to
2
West
points
Ham
ahead of
back,
us
yeah.
right now. They're on
Their game in
54.
hand
Oh, this is
West Ham.
techie.
So if
Yeah.
they lose to West Ham, which is their game in hand, they'll be 4 points
Yeah.
ahead of us with the same games played, and that's
Yeah.
third place. I'm telling you, we need West Ham to win or a draw. Leicester have to get dragged back into it, bro.
Yeah.
They have to get dragged, and because
Wow.
Declan Rice and Antonio were injured, they will probably struggle to get as many points as they would have with those playing. So I think a West Ham win is better than a Leicester win. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Brack from LFC Day Trippers. He asked a question: how's there only 396 likes on this video? That's what we want to know as well, guys. Please, let's get these likes up. Over 1,000 of you here. Make sure you check out Chrissy's show on LFC Day Trippers. Had a really good show last night with Emma, a great guest. So check that out after this stream. All right, so I'm going to ask you both. One word answer. Is top 4 a possibility?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Justy, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a possibility. If you asked
Well,
me to give you a definitive answer, I wouldn't. But it's definitely a possibility.
Hold on.
Today was
Hold on.
huge. Because remember,
Yeah.
Aston Villa's kind of one of the teams that can finish above us as well.
Oi,
Yeah, that's
no
why
one ju-
today was such a big result.
No one just said that, yeah? This was us, yeah, when they asked us, like, if we're going to get top 4 in it. Like, are we going to get top 4?
You out here talking about a clique. The only clique you need to know about is the Harlem Heat and Sister Sherry. See, because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's non-stop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
I should point out for the record, Stevie Ray, look at this. Take a look. We're talking.
It's how Sherry consoles him. I'm sorry, he gets me every time.
Booker T knows. Booker T's like, I know I'm getting an email from Vince.
No, Vince.
I'm getting an email from Vince.
the thing,
No, that was
the thing about,
WCW, to be fair. That was Eric Bishop. Eric
yeah,
Bishop
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
that was
next
WCW.
For real,
Bishop
for real.
with
It
the
wasn't
About
Vince.
top
It
four,
wasn't Vince.
yeah, Cal's got a point. Things have been so all over the place that you can't even look at the fixtures and do your usual, oh, you should win that, and you should win that. Nobody thought West Brom would beat Chelsea. Like, it's all over the place. But the one thing about it is, if you try and look at it from that point of view, just to try and get a bit of normality, we've probably got one of the easier runs out of the teams who were all fighting, because we don't have to play the teams who can take the points.
I just read Amgen's
I
comment.
saw the same thing. No, do you know what? There's something in the chat about Booker T drift. When you see the comment, you'll know what it is.
It
innit?
was Amgen. It was Amgen. I can't read it out.
Oh.
Amgen, bro. What's wrong with you?
Oh, it's mad. Sorry, Drift. Go on.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so
I
is
was
it?
just saying, like, because we don't have to play any more of the teams, I don't think, where it's actually the 6 pointer, as they like to call it, where if you don't win, they're actually gaining a direct advantage over you because you're the one playing against them. I think we might have played, apart from Man United, I think we've played all the teams that are in that.
Yeah, in and around us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah.
West Ham we played twice, Leicester we played twice, Chelsea we played twice, City we played twice. I think it's only Man United. Everton we played twice, Villa we played twice. I think Man U were the only team in that current crop, but they've all got to play each other. So we've got to hope that they get loads of draws and take points off each other. But we got to win about 7 of them 9 games, which is still very difficult.
Yeah, it's a big ask.
Agreed.
Yeah, you man in the comments, you're undefeated still.
Man said, user not found, 111.
Yeah. You are undefeated still.
The other thing that I don't like about the top 4 race as well is, so I think somebody just said it in the comments, and I actually agree. Even though today wasn't a poor performance, I still don't think we look good enough as a whole.
Do you know what, Josh?
I'm worried that we will probably drop points that we really shouldn't, and that is how we're
Villa are a good team, though.
They are, but
they are a good team. They are.
I look at it as we lost to Real Madrid. In fact, no. We got thumped up by Real Madrid. Let's be real. Could have been more potentially. We didn't play very well against Real Madrid. This was a game where we had to win. We didn't need a performance. We just needed a result. That's how I looked at it today. So I'm not letting the guys off the hook, just because you're right. Because further on down the line, I can't be saying that when we definitely need a win and a result to beat a certain team, whoever that may be. But today, we just needed 3 points. Didn't care how we got it, Drift. We just needed 3 points, innit?
No, that's a fact. But what I mean is, when you're not playing well and all you need is a result, it's way harder to get that result. And I'm worried that a piece of magic like what Trent pulled out today won't happen in another game, and we'll drop points, and then it'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Because we got to be honest, we came in here really happy after an amazing goal from Trent. But up until that point, that game had draw written all over it, and them 2 points drop would have been criminal for the top 4. Like, I'm just worried every game.
But we didn't stop. We didn't stop today.
No, but to be fair, I don't think we have. That's one thing I don't think we've done this season. Stop. Do you get what I mean? But we just can't get that fluidity back in our game. We can't get that cohesion. We look a little bit like strangers to each other, whereas we used to be such a cohesive unit. I'm just baffled as to what truly is the cause of what is going on with us. I know it's kind of easy to go, that, but like, I just wish I just knew what it actually was, because
it's a culmination, Drift. It's not just one thing. It's a culmination of different factors.
The thing is, we were better than Villa today in general. We played better. We just what it is, Drift. We weren't amazing. And Jota is, you see, last year, and dare I say it, even the season before, every game we pretty much deserved to win. Nearly every single game, because we were just better than everyone. And but what it is that we got the results as well. We got the results. Other than, remember, 18-19, we lost to Man City. Yeah, that's obviously why we lost the title. Or you can go back to other results. Last season, we just said to everybody, you can't talk to us. You just can't. We're mentality monsters. What, you think if we want to go down, that's going to affect us? It didn't matter. This season is just a complete different, like, this is the upside down world, isn't it? Like,
it's true.
It's mad.
Very true indeed. I'm going to read out some of these super chats. I'm guessing this is Monts from B6 Band said, Mane's Miss Criminal, Drifty, my hairline is safe.
Bro,
for now.
Your hairline ain't safe till 2022, brother. Because Mane's coming back, bro. Mane's coming back. I'm going to start going through the catalogue of which trim I want you to actually get, bro. I'm going to be like, mullet. I think I'm maybe a rat's tail. And I'm going to take
go and get I'm going
in the rat's tail.
The revert, so you basically got to take off the half bit of the front of your hairline. So you got to do a reverse fade, I'm saying. On a reverse fade.
That's a reverse fade.
Yeah, reverse fade. That's what I want. Shout out to Dave's LFC chats. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Dave. Trent with the meat in the sandwich. You know.
Happy birthday, Dave, for tomorrow, my bro. Enough love, my
dear. Happy birthday, bro.
Zizi, I'm scared for the Madrid game. Players look shot. We're going to obviously speak about the Madrid game.
We've got the preview coming up.
Do yourself a favour and just accept that the top 4 races is all we got left to play for. Right? It make life a lot easier.
Yeah, very true, very true. All right, let me get through the rest of these super chats now then.
Or I might say you got to fade it down, you know, man. Like, you got to fade it down. So it'll be like a 1 here, and then it'll go up to a ball.
That is mad.
We're saying, what is it? Legion of Doom? Was it Animal had that in it?
Animal.
No, Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawk. It was
No,
Hawk.
Hawk.
No.
Hawk.
Animal had the Mohican. I mean,
Yeah, Mohican. It was Hawk.
Yes, sorry, yeah, Animal. Yeah.
Hawk.
Animal. So Hawk. Yeah, Hawk.
Bro, that's mad. Legion of Doom, you know.
Oh boy. Sam Max Legends here says poor chance conversion rate is costing us dearly. Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Dev K says very frustrating to watch Genie. Absolutely zero contribution going forward. Slows down the attack for no reason. Very happy with the win. Much needed.
Not me, bro. Not me. I know it feels. Trust me. I know it feels.
No, I'll be honest with you, but after the way God treated me, I do get a bit of fun out of it. I must admit, I do, because I didn't have no choice.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to blow dry the hair out today, and it's high still. Nah, it's
had to blow dry the hair.
Yeah, like I had to do my missus did mine, and then me and my missus had to do my little ones.
Did you use the comb on the end of the blow dry while you were right?
Yeah, I did still.
Did you?
Man, that's a blow dry hair.
I feel so bad for you, bro. I feel so bad.
So you shall I tell you how mad the hair is? I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna drop my head, and you're gonna see where the imprint of the headphones has been. Yeah, watch this.
Yeah, go on. That's mad. That is, I can't believe that's mad.
Like some of my headphone is starting to get lost in my hair. It's crazy.
That is mad. You might have another headphone in there.
Yeah,
for all I know.
Mr. Tibbs09 says that was a nice win over Aston Villa and the video assistant referee. Yeah, it was still. It was a nice win over both. Doogie says my first super chat and I'm out clubbing watching the game and I went crazy. Love you guys, long time football banter show, heart emoji.
Hold on.
You can't be in this country if you're clubbing.
Yeah, where are you raving at, bro? Hold on.
Listen. Don't bait me up. I don't know where he is. Maybe he's abroad. And maybe he's at a party.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe he's at a party where
no, he may be
they're
where
socially
he's allowed
distancing.
to be out. He may be where he's allowed to be out. Yeah.
Maybe they're in a park, innit? Who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying it.
V says, yo, boys, it's just hair. Go bald, get earrings, tattoos, and hit the gym. The only thing out of that I want to do is hit the gym. Nothing else.
I had earrings before, bro. That was way back in the day, you know.
Yeah, none of the other stuff.
Studs. Man, are both studs still. I'm one of them
Rames,
guys,
the worst thing about going
yeah, my brother was one of them guys as well.
When you're about to go bald, you just get bummy whether you've got the head shape.
Of course. It's the head. No, 100%. It's the head shape.
Sadiq, you're mugging me, Sadiq, right now, bro. So I look like the chicken connoisseur, you know. That is mugging it.
Sadiq.
That is mugging me, Sadiq.
Bro.
That came from a dark place, Sadiq. Rames says, lads, I'm worried for Mane's form. He's atrocious. He's atrocious at the moment. Jackson Z, if Trent was Brazilian, he would be a superstar in the Premier League. Facts.
Yeah.
Monkey King, think about what that goal meant. 10 for Trent. Facts. Monster Ahmed, we need to buy a new right back, push Trent up. I think we need to get a new right back, or as we said yesterday, wasn't it? Make Gomez as a backup right back, but I think Trent needs some form of competition or someone there who we can use in rotation.
He does, yeah.
I agree, Sadiq. Just pure bossy
behavior. I don't have any
bossy behavior.
No. Shall I tell you why I don't have any sympathy for Sadiq? Because Sadiq's got more hair on his beard than I've got on my whole body, bro. Yeah, so I don't care. Sadiq is got the man's got the beard hair, you know. Like you not see him in the review videos, and the beard's never out of place. Always hair, bro. The beard's like that. As Sadiq to keep it cool about my hair. No, Sadiq. You give me some of your beard. That's what I want from Sadiq. Man's got the reverse Don King, bro. Like the beard is just hair, bro.
Must have reversed Don King, you know.
Sadiq's beard is one of the best in the game.
No, it is. I can't have a front. It is 100%, bro.
Michael Ramsey, you guys get Kabak. He's just 21. Forget Kabak. He's just 21. Plus, Liverpool's midfield is non-existent in the last 2 games. The Madrid game, Fab, Trent, and Genie in midfield. Williams right back. I can't have Williams right back. Not against Vinicius. That would be ugly, I think.
Hold on, what Williams are you talking about?
Nico.
I was gonna. Don't forget, there's Reece Williams as well.
No, because you talk about playing Trent in midfield and playing Nico right.
Oh, I was getting but either or. I don't want either of them right back. Gotta be Trent all day, every day.
Fire, man.
That would just be getting thrown in the fire.
Nico Williams at right back. No. Against Vinicius.
Yeah, it'd be ugly. Selection says Trent. Firmino looks much better after getting that little break. That's telling. Players are feeling the after effect. Rotation is needed. Very true.
Matt, you know what? This is a good one actually from ads. You see how everyone was saying that you know the thing we've got going on with Mons where if Mane comes back next season he's got to shave his hair. And remember I was gonna do the Alisson if we won.
Oh yeah.
If we win the Champions League live, shave your beard off. Are you up for that?
No. What I will do, if we win the Champions League, I'll do a show with no hat. No hat.
No, but we've seen you without a hat. Just bick it.
What?
And you want to know the thing? All you will do is make sure you've got a trim before we do the show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you'll do.
Of course, that's what I do.
But that's easy, bro.
Bruv, I'm not a guy that bows down to peer pressure, you know.
It's not peer pressure.
Listen.
It's not peer pressure. It's called being up for it to back the team.
It's called I am my own man. I decide what I want to do.
I was willing to do a ravishing room if we won. Yeah? That's a big
we win, no. If we win the Champions League, what they say, we take off the beard, the whole beard.
Yeah.
That's a bit mad. That's just because we win the Champions League. Bro, I don't even know about that.
I don't know. The wickedest thing is, yeah, you've had that beard. All right. You've had that beard less than you haven't.
Before you say it, Matt, the answer is no. The answer is no.
I was going to say.
I know what you're going to say. Carl Bickett. Get Carl to Bickett. No.
Listen. All jokes aside. If we win Champions League, and we all decide I take off my beard and Cal takes off his high top or his hair, I'm all for it. All for it.
Can I just tell you something? You neither have anything to worry about. We are not winning the Champions League. We're not even going to beat Madrid.
But I'm still not taking it, though.
Still not taking the risk, bro.
I will do something mad. Don't get me wrong. I'll do something mad. You lot see me dye my hair, dye my beard, dye my eyebrows.
Do you know what it is? I'll do something
mad.
I'll do something that you won't expect in it. I'll do something. Whether it's a case of
I'm not
man's got the whole beard is green or whatever. You'll see something.
Get a Brazilian rat's tail and have it over your shoulder during the show.
No, not doing. But my hair won't grow that quick.
No, that's what I'm saying. Get the Brazilian weave.
Weave?
Oh
no, I can't put
no. Do you know what, Drift? You should get the weave. You should.
I can't. The way I've custom down
and do what? Super glue it to my head.
Yeah.
What am I attaching it to, bro?
Bro, do some Rude Hullet or something in it. Back in the day.
I dye my beard.
I'll dye my beard. That's minor. That's all. Imagine if Kyle said he would dye his beard. You mean dye his goatee? Leave me out of it. We'll decide.
I was hoping you wouldn't catch on to
Listen, and I'll say when, because I'm being positive now. When we get to the final, we will decide our forfeits. When we get to the final, let's hope we can get there.
I'll tell you now. I'll say it now because I know for a fact we're not even going through, so I've got nothing to worry about. If we win the Champions League, I will not cut the sides and I will trim my beard off.
You would never listen. Drift, you know how to do that.
That's raising the stakes. I'm not gonna.
What's that?
if he lets the size grow with no beard, that's
You know what?
mazza.
Shout out all you computer game man. Then. You would look like Hayachi from Tekken, you know.
That's how much
Hey,
I
you
know
know
we're
what?
not gonna win it.
Bro,
No, but that's a big shout, Drift.
No,
We'll
bro,
lock that
that's
one in.
mad. That's
I will
mad.
do it.
We'll lock
So
that
you're
one in.
saying you'll let the sides grow?
I will let the side. I will basically do a Paul Heyman if we win the Champions League.
Oh, this is tempting. I can't lie. This is tempting. Zizi says, do it so Cal. Do it, Cal, so Matt don't feel lonely.
Listen.
All I'm saying right now is that if you don't, you're a PUSSSSY. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, that don't work with me, you know. I'm gonna be real.
The reason I'm not picking it
work.
because I'm gonna try a few different hairstyles over the next few weeks, innit?
Do you know what? If we win the Champions League, all jokes aside, I will do something where you man are like, what? I will do something, trust me. But as I said before, let's have this conversation when we get to the final.
This conversation is going to be over on Wednesday.
No, don't say
We'll
that.
see.
No.
We'll see.
Not yet.
After today's performance, you lot think we're going to be able to stop Real Madrid from scoring at Anfield? Come
Listen,
We'll
as
see.
I said before, it's not done. We ain't done out here. Not yet, anyway.
Listen, I will do it. You lot can be all like PU and all that. You know what I mean? I'll do it.
Bro, if you want to go the sides and, you know, that's your
The thing
prerogative.
is, Cal knows his hair would grow back quickly. That's why if you had to bick it, Cal, it wouldn't even be a big deal.
Listen,
No, my head
listen.
shape is a mazza.
No, I knew if I took off my beard, obviously, I know it's going to grow back in. I know that.
And it will grow back quickly as well. It's not even
obviously.
a big commitment.
I know it will. But again, it's just like, it's the hard work to get there. That's what it is. It's the maintenance, bro. But again, we'll see. You lot might convince me.
And just
when we
like
get to the final,
around about 2-3 weeks, your hair will be back to how it is.
I might do the show topless. How about that? I'll do the show topless.
That's easy, bro.
Dude, that's it. That's minor.
All man will be able to do is see your collarbone, but that's easy.
Exactly. Come on now.
That's right.
Easy, bro.
Sadiq Edwards says, hell, I'll shave off mine if we do it. Shave off the beard. Yeah, but Sadiq, you look like you're the type of man who grows back a beard in a couple of minutes, so it'll be all right. Basement security guard. Taki has to start against Madrid. Please, Mr. Klopp. Taki. Yeah. You're out of date. If you're a security guard, you're well out of date. You're letting stuff slide a lot. Vince's viewpoint. Drifty daring to do the Halhachi Mishima. Let's go.
Hayachi Mishima.
Hayachi, sorry.
Mishima, sorry. Mishima. It's from Tekken.
Conroy Talks. Shout out Conroy Talks. If you haven't, check out Conroy Talks. Conroy always appears on usually appears on a Friday night live show. Taking for granted how good Robbo is defensively. I think we have over the years. Shout out to our brother James Redmond TV. If you know, you know. Liverpool win tick, UFC tick, El Clasico tick, WrestleMania tick. Great week of sports.
Hold on. El Clasico, I know, is on at 8, I think, tonight. Yeah, I've got to watch that.
Yeah.
You see UFC, who's fighting tonight?
Vittori and Kevin Holland.
It's not even tonight, bro. It's in a minute.
Yeah, it starts early. Early.
How early?
In a minute, bro.
Yeah. That's why I've been trying to wrap this up still, but you don't keep on going.
No, let's wrap it. Wrap it. Yeah. Cool.
Sadiq Edwards says, nah, that's Drifty with the Homer Simpson grow back. Yeah, Drifty grows back in minutes. Minutes is back. Musa says, Nabi, Wagwan, Matt.
Stop! I did speak to him last night. He told me the whole story sounded like Safari 2.0. Stop! What I mean, Safari 2.0. Stop! No!
No! Man put me off guard in that one still. I can't even lie. A new one for them.
Tahir says they all need to turn up on Wednesday. Facts. King Rich says Genie not good enough for this team. He's good enough. He's definitely good enough. Shaka A, Bobby hooked when he was probably our most lively forward first half. Decision making by the gaffer is still in question, in my opinion. I agree. Shaka A says, is Curtis Jones in the basement? No, he was injured going into the game. That's why he wasn't on the bench. V says, with Genie, depends on his midfield partners. If there's a balance, Fab, Hendo, and a defensive threat with him, he looks fit and well. But when you play him with an ultra defensive midfield, the spotlight shines on what he offers. Very good point. Very good point. The speaker, Genie against City earlier in the season was a 10 out of 10. Fact. Shout out to Hey Judy, just become a new member. Francisco A says, look at the top 8 fixtures for the rest of the season. We don't have to play anyone except Man United. Everyone else in the top 8 has to play each other at least twice. Facts. We established that as well, but that's facts. Tayshawn says, drift, not everything is mate. Promo, Origi, Genie, and Mane are not bigger than the club. As fans, it is our right to praise them and offer them criticism as long as it's not personal. Tired of the excuses. I think that's fair. Sean Swain, Drifty must be gutted you didn't bet against us.
Can I just ask why people struggle to understand the logic behind that? Like, if you don't get it, then it confuses me.
No, we understand the logic, Drift. Just don't agree with it.
To be honest with you, if people want to try and act like it's a morality thing, when you're cussing the hell out of a player, where's the morality there? Like, what's the rules? What's the rules? Because if people want to say it's being unsupportive, then don't criticize then.
No, true.
Like, what are the rules? Well, are we just making them up as we go along? Get out of here, man.
It's just nothing. I don't believe in it. But
you're not betting against your team because you want your team to lose. I think this is the thing that people can't get their head around. You want your team to win. It's called paying for a victory. It's actually more supportive.
I get what you're saying.
Willing to lose money for your happiness. Have you ever seen me come in here after losing money with anything but a smile on my face? And losing money is not a nice thing to do. So I don't get the logic of people. It's weird. I don't know. I don't get it.
Mark K raised a great point. He said, Drift, you called Bobby Robert.
Yeah, I said, and when he becomes Bobby again, he can have his name back.
That's actually justifying it as well. Nasty guy. True United said LFC should sign Gomez. He plays in France. Allow it, man. We all make mistakes on there.
Yeah, for real, man.
Man. Big Six Bands. Matt, I'm saying Cal can run the Guile trim.
Guile from Street Fighter. I know that is. That's
you're gonna have to send me a picture.
Guile trim like? Oh yeah.
Remember, he's got the high top. Remember the blonde high top.
Oh, the box thing, yeah?
Yeah, the box thing, bro.
No, but bro, it comes out.
Guile.
Like, it's not play. Like, it comes out like this. And then goes
Colonel
like
Guile, bro.
Okay. All right. Might look into that. Ace and Industry says, weird how VAR judges the incident today, not the ref's decision. Very true. Thelston said, refs did not go geometry school, don't know much about lines, never mind using tech. Fact.
Sonic boom. Sonic boom.
Speaker,
did you know this? Sonic boom. Sonic boom.
Oh, is that what he does?
That's Kyle.
Oh, okay.
Hey Matt, what was the version in the arcade? Is it Super Street Fighter Turbo something edition where you could have more than one fireball on the screen at the same time? What was that? What version was that one again? And you could just be like Sonic boom, Sonic boom, Sonic boom.
Yeah,
and
you could spam it. That might have been Mega Drive Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition or Championship Edition.
No, that was the arcade version. Where you could do the.
You could spam it. It might have been Hyper, where you can do the slow one and basically. You can do a Sonic boom and keep jumping towards it, or a fireball.
You could basically just fill up the screen. You could just fill up the whole screen, bro. Jump up, do one, land, jump up there. You could just fill up the whole screen, bro.
Don't worry, Cal. I'm gonna bring a dial thing for the next time. Yeah. Don't worry.
The speaker says Martinez is a very, very good keeper. Let's allow Mane. Martinez, for me, has been the best keeper in the league this season.
He is a very good one. I cannot believe Arsenal actually got rid of their best.
Bro,
I can. That's their thing, isn't it? Man's been sitting there while they've had all these other duds and think, oh, yeah, we'll let Martinez go. Silly people.
You know what was hilarious today? Do you remember there was a point during the game when Trent went to do a quick pass through to Salah, who would have been in a goal, but he missed here and he sliced it. Did you hear how loud he shouted at himself?
Yeah.
Bro, he proper shouted at himself.
Did you not hear when Carragher lost it when Bobby did a sick first touch? I don't know if you saw when the ball was in the air for time and Bobby brought it down.
No, I don't think I
did. It was quiet. All you heard Carragher goes, wow! So, all right, Jamie, bro. It went quiet for bare time after that. It was like, that was much.
Wow, you know?
It was like, but man proper screamed down the mic, like, wow! All right, Jamie, bro. Like, ease up, big man. Drifty Black Mr. Clean says Neto, Silva, Lamptey, Rue Silva, Basuma, Kabak, and CC. I don't know who CC is.
That's a lot of names, though.
No, yeah, I don't think we're getting all of that in one summer.
That's a lot of shopping.
Says,
that's what we do.
Haller/Jovic came from Frankfurt and they bombed. I don't think we can use the whole because they came from a certain club, they're automatically going to be good or bad. I don't. That's not fair. I think it's down to the player and where they go. Haller weren't giving himself the best chance of doing well at that West Ham team at the time, and Jovic going to Real Madrid was a bad mistake as well.
I know Mane didn't come directly from Salzburg, but it's part of that setup. So was Naby Keita, so was Haaland, so was Minamino. Mixed results, all of them.
Mixed, exactly.
Mane, yes. Haaland, yes. Minamino, no. Naby Keita, unfortunately.
If you want a perfect example of not judging a player where he came from, Chipper Mote started at Stoke.
Facts.
He's the best agent in the world. He's the best agent in the world.
Best agent in the world.
PSG to Bayern Munich.
Gangan Deep says game highlight a goal scoring clinical centre forward is a must. Purchase of Neto Raphinha to create along with Andre Silva is a must. Realistic purchase. I need to watch a bit more of Andre Silva.
The premise of what I was saying earlier.
Yeah. I need to watch a bit more of Andre Silva.
Andre Silva's I think he's decent, but again, I don't think.
I'll be willing to take him as a striker, even though I don't know much about him. If we got Raphinha and Neto, because I feel like that would mean our front line will be fully bolstered.
Let me ask you this question. Like, I think I know what Cal's going to say. Let's say you could have Raphinha, Neto, and Andre Silva, or just Harry Kane. Cal, who are you picking? The trio or the one Harry Kane?
This one's... I might go with the trio for this one, but if you said Mbappe or Haaland instead of Kane, I'd have probably gone with Mbappe or Haaland.
Bro, it's Kane.
And the reason, hear me out. Hear me out. You guys know I rate Kane, but again, it's the injuries. So, like, for me, Kane can't be the only player we bring in this summer. I think we could do that with Mbappe or Haaland, but Kane, because of his injuries, I think you will need to supplement with a player or two. Kane? Mbappe and Haaland, I don't think. Look, you guys know how high I rate Kane.
Kane is bagging 25 in his sleep. When he wakes up, Kane just says 25. Give me 25. 25. 25. 25.
Remember,
25. Bro, when Kane wake up.
Shout out to all the members who will know this. When we did the comparison, the verses, he's actually played 29 games or more every season. So even though he does get injured, it ain't like he misses half the year or something.
I hear you.
Listen,
is it becoming a little bit of a myth that Harry Kane's injury prone? If he always plays over 29 games a season.
I'm gonna be real. I know
because he always gets injured around the same time with the same
injury. All right.
I'm
gonna be real. I love the trio that, like, even the trio, like Neto, Raphinha, and Andre Silva. Yeah, that is a combo. Don't get twisted.
Yeah.
Harry Kane is guaranteed goals. He walks into that Liverpool team right now.
You're swaying me, boys. I'm not gonna lie. You are swaying.
And he says, yeah, good. Obviously, you know, watching solid. But now I've got Mane, I've got Jota, I've got Salah, I've got Bobby. What do you want me to do, mate? As I said before, I score goals, Jurgen. Obviously, you know, you want to win the Champions League, I'll do it. You want to win the Premier League, I'll do it. You want me to get Golden Boot, I'll do it. You want me to tell my Salah he's the best in the world? I'll do it. It's for the best of the team, mate. It's what I tell Dele Alli every single freaking week, and he's still here. So you get what I'm trying to say, mate. Harry Kane, bro.
Yeah,
25 in his sleep. Bro, when he wakes up, he's just like, yeah, I might get a bit of an ankle injury. I'm a bag 25. Bro, like what you said, there's a little bit of a myth. A little bit that he misses, like, I don't know, 20 games of
I hear you, bro. You're swaying me.
I'm gonna be real. It's because of Drift, you know. Drift kept on talking. Like me and Drift have had the conversation. We're just like, nah, bro. If we get Harry Kane, like, and I was like, no, I get you, Drift, but Haaland, Mbappe. But here's the thing: with those guys, I think they can do it, yeah. But Harry Kane is a guarantee right now. We're not talking about when Klopp leaves. We're not talking about future when everyone's old. We're talking about right now. Right now, bro.
Like Hammers says, shout out boy Hammers. I don't do if buts, I only do absolutes.
OJ Irving says, respect to the man, then big up to yourself as well, bro. Drifty Black Mr. Clean says, goalkeeper Rui Silva from Granada has a 15 mil release clause. Admittedly, I've never seen him play, so I don't know anything about him. Sean Swain says, Mbappe is coming, FSG's and LeBron's golden goose. We'll see. Michael Ramsey says, Watkins and Douglas Luiz and Aouar next season. I think we could do better than those personally. Good players, but I think we can, especially the first two. Drifty Black Mr. Clean.
Aouar would take.
I'm still not fully sold on Aouar.
I'm not fully sold on him, but I'm willing to take the gamble.
I think he's a gamble that's worth taking.
Yeah, I think he's a gamble worth taking.
Only because of the situation we're in, Cal. If you said to me, would it be the first name that you want from a midfielder? Or first name, sorry, on that list? No, but I'm thinking about realistically. So,
yeah, fair enough.
And apparently he's only got a year left on his deal or something.
I'm not too sure. If he does, then even more.
Well, I've seen people talking about 20 to 30 mil is all it would take to get him in the summer.
I'll check that out. Drifty Black Mr. Clean says, Neto or Raphinha / Kane, Kaleta, Kabak, and a right back. That'd be a great summer. A-Spec Limited, I'd be peed if Salah's leaving, but if we was to replace him with Kane and one of Neto or Raphinha, we become a better team, believe it or not. It's debatable. It really is debatable
because they're thinking about the Coutinho thing.
To get Kane, I want them to both bang together.
Yeah.
No, 100%. But he's just saying, in hindsight, would it be a little bit like Coutinho, where it's like you've lost an amazing player, but you're getting Harry Kane, who could arguably get the same amount of goals as Salah, potentially more, and you're getting Raphinha to add to that. That's how you got to look at it. I love Salah, and I'm not even saying it's wrong. I'm just saying from that perspective, it's hard, you know. It's hard when you look at it.
The only difference is with that situation is I don't think we can get Kane for less than what we'd sell Salah for.
Yeah. Kane, if Kane leaves, he's going for everything.
Yeah, heavy fee. Gangan Deep says, Matt, I would love Kane, but a major problem is equals Daniel Levy. So
Daniel Levy, agree.
He would rather sell Kane abroad, case in point, Modric, hence why I suggest Andre Silva. Very true.
I agree with that. It's more of a case of if Kane has the... Okay, let me put it like this.
Levy versus Michael Edwards would be like Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania.
Oh, of course. And you don't know who's going to win. It just depends on the day, innit? This is what I will say, that if Harry Kane actually was to sit there and say to Daniel Levy, I just want to go Liverpool, nowhere else, that's when he's like, you got more of a chance. If Harry Kane just says, I want to go to another team where I want to win, Daniel Levy's just going to be like, cool, innit? You said it, I'll just give you to the highest bidder, innit?
Remember, there is a few examples of Daniel Levy if the price is right. Like he let Walker go to City. There's a few exceptions of where he will do it if the price is right.
Yeah, that's true. But Harry Kane, the golden boy.
Yeah, Harry Kane is
golden boy, though.
And they had Trippier at the time, so they kind of thought that they'd be all right.
He's the golden boy, bro.
Peterson says, what do you guys think about Ruben Neves? I think he's a quality player.
Like him.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good player, man.
Musa says, priority should be a centre-backs player alongside VVD. For me, a priority is a striker personally, but I understand why most people would say a centre-back.
No, I'll say centre-back's priority as well, Cal. We got
over a striker.
I just feel like we've got to take the pressure off Van Dijk having to come back and be Van Dijk straight away after the type of injury that he's had. Whoever plays next to him now needs to be able to carry the buck just as much as he does, so he don't come back and re-injure himself trying to make up for whatever deficiencies we have in defence. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. True Finder said, Cal, what's White Yardie saying now Arsenal 11? I have no idea, but just reading those last 3 words was just beautiful. Arsenal are 11.
You know,
trust the process, they said. I'm trusting it. I really am.
Life comes at you
Alexander,
quick, man.
Good omen. Trent Premier League badge was upside down. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy.
I didn't even know. Still,
that is a massive boo-boo, though.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Donovan said, had a dream United dropped out of top 4, fired Ollie. That would be hilarious. If they demise from here, that would be brilliant as well.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want that. I don't want them to
sack Ollie.
Do just well enough that they don't win anything, but that they can't get rid of Ollie. The longer Ollie's in their home, the better. I'm Ollie.
Oh, of course.
Because it's toxic around the fan base as well, and I like to see
it. Is.
I like seeing implosion from the inside, personally. It's nothing small. It is. It's better that way, isn't it? You just explosions from the outside is nice, but
I know this is completely off topic, so let's not spend long on it. But do you feel like Arteta and Ollie might be still in the job based on there isn't really any availability of a top manager at the moment, more than they really want those guys to be at the helm? Because if you look at Chelsea, I don't even think Tuchel's this superstar manager, but he's obviously good. They only pulled the plug on Lampard, I reckon, because Tuchel became available. I feel like they wouldn't have done it if there wasn't anybody to actually put in the job afterwards.
2 things. Arteta and Ollie are yes men, and the owners are happy with mediocrity.
Fair enough.
Roman is not happy when they... Think about this.
Yeah.
Sarri won a Europa League and finished top 4. Man was gone. It's not good enough for him.
Yeah.
Carlo Ancelotti won the double, and before the end of the next season was gone. Not good enough. Do you want me to continue with the names?
No, yeah, I get it. But
unless you're winning, you're gone.
But there's still a part of me that feels like Arsenal and Man United might kind of think there's not really anybody to get, and it's helping them to keep those guys in the job, kind of thing.
You can't tell me, bruv, there's not 5 managers in world football better than Ollie and
no, I'm not. No, but are they available though?
You get them regardless, bro.
Maybe if you're Man United, Arsenal can't do that. Arsenal ain't big enough to just bully someone out of their manager.
Let me ask you a question. Can you name 10 managers in world football better than Arteta?
Yeah, but they're all at clubs that they're already at a club though.
But I reckon at least one of the 10 you can get.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm not saying, when I say 10, I'm not talking about the 10 elite managers like your Klopps. You can go and get other manager, the Ajax manager, for example.
But do you think he would leave the project he's at now to go to Arsenal?
Drift. Remember this, Man United, yeah? You see, if Ollie, Poch has been available all this time. Obviously, recently only got on PSG. They could have got Poch, you know.
Yeah.
They could have. That is mad. Like, if you're Man United, and I know what it is.
Allegri's out of a job. Sorry, man. Allegri's not.
No, you're right. Allegri. There's certain managers where you think, surely, like, you know, even at Ollie, dare I say, Ollie has improved. He's not an elite manager. Not even, in my opinion, he's not close to being an elite manager. Still got to do a lot of work. He's got to do a lot of grinding. But they went with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he's a legend for them, innit? So it's like they kind of plunge straight in and they kind of feel like, wow, we have to stick with him. Problem is that...
No, you're not right. You're not right.
But Arteta's not even an Arsenal legend.
Yeah, no, you're
right.
That's
different.
You're right.
No,
I don't get this love for Arteta. He's not even an ex-legend.
Bruv, the hype of Pep Guardiola.
Yeah,
because he was Pep's right-hand man. They're going to play the same football. They're going to do the same things. It's like, brother, they're 2 different people, though. Like, they're not the same.
But the irony is, he's actually Mourinho.
Yeah, Mikel Mourinho.
Yeah.
Actually hilarious. Like,
Mad thing.
Right. Boy. Those aren't our problems, though, thankfully.
No, they're
We've got
not.
the best manager in the world.
Ain't gonna worry about them things for us, bro.
All right, people, we are back on what we today? Saturday, Sunday. We're not filming anything
Monday.
tomorrow. Monday, we're back for Monday Night Live.
Monday Night Live. And then stay
Obviously,
tuned.
get your viewers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, viewers, yeah.
Yeah.
And how we filming a view review, Drift?
Landscape.
No portrait. No portrait business. Landscape.
Man, I have to pull out the old school DJ MC voice in them.
Landscape.
What is a landscape? Where's portrait?
When I say portrait, you say no. When I say landscape, you say yes. Portrait, no. Landscape, yes. Landscape, people. Landscape. Liverpool.
Trust me.
Would we switch Ox for Delhi?
Yeah.
What?
No, not for me.
Not on
I
ability.
haven't,
Not on ability. On availability.
Delhi moving kind of mad right now. I'm gonna be real.
Not on ability. Availability.
Do you know what? Just for a change, I probably would. But I know Delhi. I don't know what Delhi's doing right now. I don't even know. Don't even know.
Mark A says Kopish merch question mark. Should we show them something, guys, or not?
I was trying to think.
Shall I show them something? Just a little thing?
Yeah. I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. Cow.
Yeah.
Cow.
For one,
you see the clue, yeah? Oi, what we saying?
Can't call us liars anymore. Can't call us liars.
Oh, it's a hype thing.
You out here talking about a clique. The only clique you need to know about is the Harlem Heat and Sister Sherry. See, because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's non-stop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
I should point out.
Yes, coming very soon. As you can see,
Very
people, we have been
soon.
working in the background. Very soon.
Trust me.
Very soon. And we're obviously going to be
Trust
speaking to you guys about certain things we're going to be selling and all that. So, yeah, watch this space, people. Watch this space. But you can't say we're liars, people. We have been working on it. We have been.
Trust me.
We have been.
A little bit more time, but trust me, people. It's thereabouts. Trust me.
It's close. It's close. But people, we're going to finish there. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Obviously, a massive result. We'll see what the weekend brings with the rest of the results. Obviously, tune into UFC tonight. Might even try and dabble in a little bit of WrestleMania. Stevie's first WrestleMania, I might let him watch. See if he enjoys it or not.
These new age wrestlers ain't got nothing on the old.
I'm gonna be real.
No, they haven't.
Wrestling ain't the same.
They're better athletes. They're better athletes, but the storytelling ain't the same. The storytelling ain't the same. Storytelling's dead nowadays, man. But the athletes are mad. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the things they do now in the ring is crazy in comparison to what they did before. Brothers. It's scary when you actually watch.
You know what though? Certain times they're putting a bit too much like toppings on it. You know. I don't really need the triple backflip off the top rope. I just need you to stomp a mud hole in a man. That's all I need.
That's what I'm
saying. That's what I'm saying. The storytelling.
You see Stone Cold. If any of you lot that was old enough to watch Stone Cold Steve Austin, he only had about 5 moves. Like he's
no. You know what, Matt? It's funny you say that. I watched the Stone Cold story the other day. You know what? He was actually a proper high-flying wrestler.
Yeah, until he got injured.
What happened?
His neck, he had to totally change his whole
That's exactly what I was going to say, though. Because obviously the power driver that changed his whole career, innit?
It was his knees as well. Stone Cold as
listen, I'll say it now and I'll say it again.
Stone Cold with the blonde hair, you know? Mad.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, I love The Rock, but I'm going to be real. I was always Stone Cold over Rock, you know?
Now, Rock's my guy, but Stone Cold is officially the biggest wrestler to ever live.
Stone Cold was different.
He's officially the biggest wrestler. He's even bigger than Hulk Hogan.
Bro, Stone Cold is just like, he's different, fam. It's different.
I know. I hear what you're saying, but all you had to hear was this and it was on still. It was always a madness when you, like, it's coming, guys. But when you used to hear this, it'd just be on, and then you just knew it was a Mazza.
Man's gonna break the glass, innit?
Different adverts, bro.
Man has to break the glass.
That's all I'm playing, bro. And you know it's just,
you know what?
you know it's
walk
done,
out like.
Bro, you can put this music over anything, bro. You can caption this with anything. When Cal sees the massage lady.
Bro,
mad, bro.
Man said was stunning everything. Are you dumb? All right, listen. We move, man. We move.
Crazy. When that glass used to break, bro, it was done.
Bro,
you knew someone was getting moved to. You knew someone was getting moved to. When Trent hit that goal today.
You know what? I think the moment that gave me the most joke out of all moments is probably a moment that shouldn't, because other people would be like, why'd you find that so funny? But it was when he picked up Triple H with the forklift in the car and he had him about 20, 30 feet in the air. And he said, you dumb son of a bitch, give me a hell yeah. Bro, why would anybody give you a hell yeah when you're about to drop them?
But when you look back on some of the things Stone Cold did, bro, remember when he filled up Vince's Corvette with the cement? I'm gonna be
real. Stone Cold is one of those wrestlers where they probably had a script, like to a degree of what man's gonna do. I could tell you enough times Stone Cold went off script. You could just tell from the reactions of other wrestlers. They were like, "This one part of the script."
When Morley's is closing up and Cal pulls up. Any caption you want.
Hey, mad thing.
Yeah,
mad.
Old school.
Man said the rattlesnake.
I used to love Stone Cold, but Rock was still my favorite. Well, Bret Hart was actually my favorite, but of that era, it was it was the Rock still. I'm not gonna lie. If you go and watch Rock's favorite moments when he's just
Rocky was sick. No, Rocky was sick, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, quality. But guys, we're gonna leave you there, and that's the bottom line because Kop-Ish said so. Like, comment, subscribe. Love people. Take care.
Peace.
I'll be